Welcome back to the 10 Lines Podcast. I'm your boy, Jelani Lion. This is episode 41. In this episode, we will be discussing a message from Captain America, Tory Lanez album, J. Cole's not so cryptic message, a message from Chris Rock, OBJ, and Druski's Druski enter the Diddy chat. Sheesh! Drake cryptic message, Justin Bieber's cry for help, Playboi Carti's album, Kanye West versus Kendrick, and also Kanye West versus Kendrick, Kim K, and more. So make sure you watch all the way into the end so you don't miss a single thing. Also subscribe, comment, like, and share. Introducing the one and only Jesse Kenny. Team Kenny is in the building. We got mad things to discuss.
Looks like 2025 is here, huh?
That is a fact. It's hit the ground running type
March.
Shit. So yeah, how you feeling today, man?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Yeah, man. I'm good. I'm trying to get through all these damn topics. First things first, before we get into anything, let me get this for you. I told you, what's it called? I got a bottle with your name on it. Come on, Toto nice. Toto nice. I hope you like tequila. I hope you Patron Don.
He gave me the Patron.
Come on, man. No doubt. I got a what's it called? I appreciate you. I appreciate like you coming through for me and chopping it up with me and different things that you stand for. Like the obviously the friendship that you have with Jeff and whatnot. It's just everything is all encompassing. So I definitely I told you I had a bottle with your name on it. It's not the Ace.
Nah,
but
it's good enough.
It's gonna. The Ace is coming. The Ace is coming. You know what I mean?
We got to get there first, right?
That's a fact. Words of wisdom. You got any words of wisdom for the people that's watching and the people in the future?
Oh man, give me 2 seconds. Let me think.
Think about it.
Commitment
Okay.
in all areas.
I like that.
I feel like let's stay strong on your commitment. Stay 100 with your. If you're not 100% committed with it, go a different route.
Okay.
Stay 100 on your commitment.
Commitment and discipline?
Yes.
That's a fact.
Definitely.
Fuck with that. All right, so my words of wisdom, because I'm trying to make sure to do this better, because I usually just ask people what their words of wisdom is. Wisdom is, as far as guests are considered, I never usually get my own, but my words of wisdom is you can do, correct me if I'm wrong, you can do whatever you want under 2 conditions. You move with good intentions, and you don't hurt anyone.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like that again. That is something that nobody.
That's deep.
It's deep, but it's also so simple.
Too. No, it is.
It's also so simple that no one talks about it.
Say it again. Say that again.
You can do whatever you want under 2 conditions. You move with good intentions, and you don't hurt anyone. Because I feel like I feel like either you, especially from a small community, a small town, small city, whatever. If you, a lot of times, people feel like, or people put on to other people that you can't do.
Yes.
You can't do things, or you can't do this, you can't do that.
Because of some of those reasons.
Because of, they feel that within themselves they can't do it, or it's not the norm, or this, that, and the third. But perfect example, Tay Fisher, Team Canny, different people in the community that are doing things that aren't the norm. They only did them because they had that confidence within themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you don't, and you can do whatever any idea that you have, you can do it. Like, and like,
put it together. Yeah.
Like, I'm right now wearing the clothes that I'm painting the mural or whatnot. I got paint on my clothes and whatnot because I can, like, I had the idea to paint murals for the different schools in Kingston. But I'm right now I'm doing the podcast. You know what I mean? I can literally do whatever I want as long as I'm moving with good intentions. Yeah. And not hurting anyone.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And some people will get it confused. I'm not gonna like point out the demographic, but some people will get it confused when they like Trump supporters. Yeah. Because they are technically doing what they want by supporting Trump, but he is hurting people. Like he's moving with bad intentions. So you're supporting someone with bad intentions, and you know what I mean. So it's like it only works if you're not hurting someone and you're moving with good intentions. And this goes for whether you're chasing a dream, chasing a goal, chasing life and whatnot. But also if you just want, as far as just wanting to have fun or being like free and whatnot. If you want to hit up friends that you haven't talked to in 10 years, hit them up. If you want to tell someone you love them that you haven't talked to in a minute, or that y'all haven't exchanged those words and when tell them that you love, like it's I feel like that's almost a part of life, like that people don't explore enough. Like one thing I need to do is be more in tune with nature or whatever, like go on hikes or whatever, because that's supposed to be healthy. Like you can do that. Like some people, like when you get into depression or whatever, you feel like you can't do anything. But you can do whatever you want, especially if you're not hurting anyone and you're moving with good intentions and whatnot. So I just feel like for different reasons. If I got an example right here, Mr. Beast, one of the biggest names in the fucking world right now, does whatever he wants. Yeah. And he does whatever. Well, he does. If you watch his videos, he does whatever other people want sometimes. Yeah. And he's not hurting nobody, and he's moving with good intentions, and he's up because of that. Kai Cenat is another person. Just any idea that comes to mind, he does it. Yeah, and it goes crazy because he's doing it, and that's what he's now known for. Just doing the ideas that come to mind. So like, be creative. Kevin Hart is another person that just does whatever. Is down for doing whatever as long as he's never hurting nobody, and he's always like from a observer standpoint, moving with good intention and whatnot. So that's my word of wisdom. You can do whatever you want, just under two conditions: move with good intentions and don't hurt anyone.
No, that's tough. That's tough.
You know what I mean? I'm about to come crazy with the words of wisdom this year. You know what I mean? That's what I'm on.
All right.
Like that. So what's it called? But this first topic we got. Make sure, like I said, if you are on Facebook or YouTube, we doing this live. So give us your opinions, questions, comments. Be interactive because we are doing this live, and we will be responding to all comments, questions, opinions, all that. But the classic is a message from Captain America or whatever his real name is. Let me figure out what his real name is. It's the Marvel actor Anthony Mackie. He's the black Captain America.
Okay.
This message that he's got contradicts your man's Tay Fisher's message and like what he prides himself on. So it's very interesting. So I'm looking forward to hearing how you feel about it.
Dang, I like him too.
Oh, I'm glad you like. I don't really fuck with him like that, but I'm glad you like him. But we about to see if you agree or disagree. Yeah. It contradicts Tay's earn not given wall.
Okay. Been in the business 24 years.
Okay.
Right? And I've seen people go from nothing to the biggest stars in the world. I've seen people go from one role to winning Academy Awards and doing all. And what I realized yesterday thinking about it, we're lying to our kids, dog. And I think that's a big problem in our community. We tell our kids that and this is fresh on my heart. Like I literally just came to this conclusion last night. We tell our kids if they do right and they make the good grades and they go to the programs and they will become successful. If you work hard enough, your work will be paid off. And that's not true. Success is given. It's not earned. Because you can be the most brilliant. If one person don't tap you, each one of y'all. There were people who could hit harder, who could catch better, who could run faster. But somebody said, you're the one. And the other 50 behind you fell off. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And because of that, I don't know what that emotion or that feeling is the scary thing. Because I went to all the programs. I've done Broadway. I've done off-Broadway. I've been in the business 24 years. I've been in 2 Academy Award films. I've done independent films. I've done major motion pictures. Now I'm Captain America. So now what? I've been in the business 24 years, right? And I've seen
and that is Anthony Mackie saying success is given, not earned.
I think that is a two things could be true at once kind of statement.
Oh, so you agree?
To a certain extent.
Okay.
But I always do this, but if I'm bringing it to like the basketball side of things, there's the kid that there's a couple kids that are exactly the way he speaks, but then there's a couple of Tay Fishers that, you know what I mean? So it's like two things can be true at once, because I think that success is earned. Because I feel like, I mean, it doesn't matter what Tay says if you know his story proves that. You know what I mean? Like he was the greatest here, and he went to Siena, and they pushed him back, and it took for a certain standout for him to keep staying in the gym and keep waiting his turn, and his opportunity came. He took advantage of it, and he skyrocketed back up from that. So it wasn't like a coach looked on the bench that one game. It was like it was like, no, you're playing, you're working your ass off, you're in the gym, you're playing, you know what I mean? Like, let's go, let's try him. Boom. And it was like that. So I think that success, but there, like he said, there is also them couple people that could get in that right pathway depending on what the craft or the job is, and somebody can be like, you, come on. So.
But how does, all right, so I get what you're saying, but how long does that last? Like, look at your example with Tay. Nigga been at it for 20-some years. Yeah. 20 years, and about to be maybe 21 this year, I think.
Yeah.
That wasn't, like you said, he wasn't the point of that guy, like, yo, we're going to give this to you or whatever. He earned it.
Yeah.
So now look at it from the point giving it to, like, someone that was given the success or whatever. How long can that last if you're given that? It's like the climbing a mountain joint. If you climb a mountain and you get all the way to the top and someone gets dropped down on the mountain, who can climb the mountain again? You know what I mean? Who's more likely to be able to climb the mountain? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So, who can withstand it? You're right. I guess, so then from that standpoint, I guess it takes some sort of earning in every aspect then, right? Because you have to be able to maintain it. I think that...
Exactly. When you earn it, you can maintain it. When you're just giving it, like with a silver spoon or whoever your dad is or whatever.
So you feel like even on that level...
I think that he was salty. He sounds to me salty that he didn't get the award that he feels like he deserves. He's been at it for 20-some years, blah, blah. But
your stance... I like your stance, though.
Always.
And that could be true, too.
Always.
So your stance is you earn it at some point for something. Like the success is not going to maintain itself if you're not worthy of...
It's similar to what, that's what I'm saying, when you speak in facts and you're talking the truth, you can just keep like repeating yourself, but it's similar to what we were talking about before we got on the podcast, and we were talking about with Kevin Hart. For what I feel with him, he might not agree, whatever the case may be, but that speaks to me is that you're not doing enough.
Yeah.
And he's like, and Jordan Lucas has said that about his shit, like, or whatever, in interviews or whatever, when asked about why does the world not take to you, he himself, I'm not doing enough, I must not be doing it. But as far as like with Kevin Hart, and just even on a lower level like me or whatever, like with Kevin Hart, for different things to not only take off, but to with like longevity, like he said, like Kevin Hart said, you can't just rely on acting or whatever. What's your next thing that you're doing, so that if acting, once you can't act forever, or if acting's not getting you the awards that you want, what else are you doing to get the notoriety or the popularity or whatever? Kevin Hart, probably the top 5, top 10 most popular actors, especially black actors or whatever. It's not because of his acting. No, nigga ain't a crazy actor. Yeah. He got different. He's so successful in everything he touches or whatever. Yeah. But on this level, like, I'm pushing whatever I can until something pops. Like, real quick into my own shit or whatever. Like, I was doing tattooing. I'm still doing tattooing, but I was doing tattooing. Tattooing at one point was doing better than murals. Murals is now doing better than tattooing. Okay. At one point, the podcast will be doing better than both of those or whatever. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm not gonna keep just doing tattoos, just be a tattooist, or just be a mural artist, or just be a podcaster, or just be a musician, or just be this, because I know that the more you push different things,
the more different kinds of people.
Then I'm gonna be even Russ. You know Russ, right? The artist or whatever. Yep. He does different things. He produces, he engineers, he sings, he raps, whatever. And because of that, he knows how to be a whole team. It's musically by himself or whatever. And like, he can make the dopest beats for himself. He can make the dopest songs, singing songs. He can make the dopest rapping songs, dopest like whatever the case may be. So it's just like, I just feel like he feels frustration in not being
where he
recognized.
Yes.
But I'm not gonna hold you, bro. Like when I'm talking to him, when I'm thinking about him, like nigga, the Captain America, like
One more success,
I'm
on your way.
Not even.
No?
Not hell no. I think that for me personally, when I look at him, I think of 8 Mile. But but thankfully he wasn't typecasted because he could have been. But at least he's getting placements. He really.
But so you think by default? I don't think he's
might
even
not,
somebody that needed to say that yet, right?
I think
you think
that
he's been in it for long enough to
hell
feel
yeah,
like he should be further than.
Yeah, but yeah, that's just the frustration though, because like at the end of the day, like he said, he's been in it for 20. Like 8 Mile came out like 20 years ago, 2000 something or whatever. Like so, it's like that.
Bro, you're Captain America now. Which way?
But it also doesn't matter because Captain America, it doesn't matter. Say Captain America, because he's the substitute Captain America.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
But
like, that's the way the comic went, though.
Yeah,
that's the way the comic went,
but that's not the way the world. Like, you know
you're
what I mean?
right. You got it. Yeah, all right. I get what you're saying.
I'm not. It's not even like that. Like how I feel like it came across. But it's like if say Captain America dies or goes away or whatever the case is, and they pick up Jesse off the street to be Captain America. You'll be like, who is this guy? Like they get that he was I think the Falcon before that shit, but it's just like, hey, either you gotta bring in someone that hits better than the original Captain America, or it's not gonna work.
But that's the way the storyline works in the comic. Captain America goes away and the Falcon becomes Captain America. I only know that because I watched the.
Oh, guess what? That shit didn't work in the fucking movies.
Yeah, I didn't watch it, so I don't know.
Me neither.
That's
the
way.
But I know that nigga's
I know that's the way. That's the way it worked. Like Captain America goes away and the Falcon becomes. They give the shield and stuff to the Falcon.
Right. I think that should have been Luke Cage. I think that should have went up. If it was The Rock. Oh my God! It would have been out of here.
Yeah, you're right.
That's what I'm saying. It's just like you don't got the star power.
Okay.
Yeah,
so you kind of just got to be cool, comfortable where you at.
You got to do more.
Or do more. Okay.
You know what I mean? You don't have that star power. It's not because someone's like you're blackballed or whatever. It's just because niggas really don't fuck with you like that.
Kind of just waiting for somebody to say, "Come on, here."
It's what not even because he's been at it for 20 years. It's just like there's a saying. Everyone got the same 24 hours. Like, yes, you've been at it for 20 some years. Kevin Hart's been at it for 20 for some years. Nigga, make it add up. You know what I mean? But Kevin Hart's also a comedian, so let's use.
So you don't.
You use The Rock, you use Alma.
But you saying some names. You don't feel like, all right. So are you not a believer of?
I hope this sounds
some people.
Right. Y'all let me know how the sound is sounding. Is it cracking? Is it good? Is it straight?
You're not a believer of like sometimes. Some people purposely get ran into a wall. Like, nah, we're not gonna let you through. We're gonna let Kevin Hart. And I'm not trying to, cause I get what you're saying. But are you not a believer in sometimes people do put blocks in front of certain people?
Nigga, that's life though. That's life. That's life. So I get what you're saying, but that's life. When you, nigga, Tory Lanez is in fucking jail. He's in prison. Mm-hmm. There is nothing around him but walls.
He just, right.
You know what I mean? He broke through the fucking wall, dropped the album on niggas. You know what I mean? Like that is life. So if you cannot be mad because you're not getting Oscars and your movie ain't doing 100 million or whatever the case is.
You're right.
Because if you did what you needed to do, it would.
You're right.
And you might not. And that's the thing is that a lot of, especially from a small town, but even from outside of a small town, he's clearly successful, but he don't understand that because to say that success is given and not earned, that just sounds like you're bitter. That means that you feel like you weren't picked or you didn't earn it. Like you've done what you needed to earn it and didn't receive it. Therefore,
and I feel like somebody of success.
That's like a nigga that didn't make the team, the basketball team. Like, damn, success isn't given, it's earned. Success isn't earned, it's given.
But you see what you're saying, the nigga that didn't make the basketball team. But that's why I feel like
he didn't get the award. He didn't get the 100 million.
No, I get it, but you're
first
still
day debut.
Successful. I feel like certain people shouldn't even be able to use that. Then
it's different levels. It's different levels. Then
you're still successful,
but it's different levels. That's like Travis Scott. If he was tight over Travis Scott don't got no Grammys.
Yeah.
Like you can think about it like, oh fuck it, I don't care about the Grammys, but no, that hurts Travis Scott that he don't got no Grammys.
Yeah.
So it's like it's just different levels. Like yes, he's successful to you and I, but to his peers, nigga, you don't got no Oscars, you don't got no Emmys, you don't got you a backup.
Okay. Yeah. So then, I mean, it does sound kind of bitter. But I feel like people that are in that light shouldn't speak that deep on success.
And what's it called? You know what he said? He said that that shit was on his heart like last night or something like that.
You could tell by that video that he's hurt.
Yeah, so it is what it is.
Tell.
But I just thought that was interesting because, again, when you talk about a real successful person who earned it, Tay or whatever, like that, it was just funny that he said the opposite of what Tay's joint is.
Yeah.
So I had to bring that up, especially with you here. It just made sense. Anything else on that?
No, I don't know. I wonder. I'm gonna go deep dive on that because he definitely looked hurt.
Yeah, it is what it is though. He probably like, why am I not Idris Elba? Why am I not getting the roles Kevin Hart gets? Why I don't get the Rock? I've been acting longer than the Rock's been acting. Why don't I get like? But it's like it is like you just gotta do more. Like you ain't gotta be a personality. I don't know what you gotta do, but there is a way. There's no one can tell me after Tory Lanez dropped the album from fucking prison. There's no one to tell me that you can't do. Like, again, it goes back to doing anything. You can do anything you want, but you can't say that like. Success is given and not earned. Nigga, what?
Yeah, no, it's definitely earned.
It's given too, but it's not. Like if it's given, it's not really real.
I feel like even when it's given, though, for the most part, you earned it some way. Even if you earned it at another point in time, and now it's given, like you go through your earnings.
That's a fact. But even people that like blow up overnight or whatever, like Lil Nas X or not Lil Nas X, but like Lil Pump or whoever the fuck you could think of that blows up overnight, they never have a long, successful career.
They don't. But also on the flip side, it's like who's to say what they was doing before they blew up? Like they wasn't just. I don't feel like those people were just chilling and Wednesday they decided they're gonna do X, Y, Z and they blew up. It's like you was trying stuff for a while.
Right.
So you was trying to, you know what I mean?
Right.
You
they
wasn't
to
just
a degree.
sitting around like whatever, like it could be at the lowest scale. You was trying something out before you got caught up in whatever. And it might have caught you on your second video, but you was writing in a notebook or
you did something.
Doing something, yeah.
Classic. All right. Tory Lanez new album Peterson. I had to run it back because what's the thoughts? What's the feelings on it? What's the vibes?
I feel like I'm tough on music for the people that I feel like hit it in different, like they can hit good points in different angles. So I started when I hit you up and I was giving it a lower. I'll probably give it like a 7.5. And like you said, it might grow on me more, but I feel like what I'm starting to notice is I'm critical on more like the like Tories, the Chris Brown, the people that can sing and they can rap and they can put 20 songs on the album. Like I feel like I judge it with a harsher, I have a harsher judgment on those kind of artists.
You know what you're reminding me of? What you're saying, everything you're saying is fair, but what you're reminding me of is Joe Budden. You remember you said I was like, you remind me of whatever. You remind me of Joe Budden because Joe Budden on his podcast said that he's tired of hearing about Meg and Tory or whatever. He's over it. But it's like, on the flip side, it's like, you got to remember, that nigga is in prison because of Meg. Even like, for you, for what you're saying, you got to remember, this nigga put out I don't even know how many songs on it, at least 15, if not 17. Songs. Some songs are double songs. He did that in prison, and it sounds good. The quality sounds good. Like he's giving you melodic songs. He's giving you bars. He's giving you themes. He's giving you skits. He's giving you all types of shit. Or what? He's giving you fucking poetry. Nigga, like all that from prison. Like. With that, like you can't even view this as a regular album. It's not. That's like a nigga saying that he recorded the whole thing underwater. Niggas gonna view it like, oh, this shit is ass.
I don't like those points though, man. That's just like they did. Like he's in prison, so he got a lot of time. Boom. So now if we talking,
you act like the studio's in prison though.
Are we giving? So now the credit has to go to who then? The producer.
It's yes. Everybody.
Nah, you know what I mean.
The producer, the engineer,
I'm not taking away credit from him. I just don't like that point of it because it's like, yes, he's in prison, but in prison, he probably got a whole bunch of more tracks that he writes. So that
what's the theme album you can think of?
Say that again.
What's a theme album you can think of? What album with a theme? What's a theme album you can think of?
Dang, I can't. Give me one.
You like The Weeknd?
Yeah, a little bit.
The Weeknd had a theme album that was called Down FM. It was an 80s album, but that's not
exactly
rappers or whatever. I think that I don't know how. Do you?
So you feel like this is a theme album?
Jadakiss and Fab had Jadakiss vs. Fab or whatever.
Yes, the Freddie versus Jason.
Was that the whole? Was the whole album like that? The whole mixtape was like that theme? Okay, was it just one or two songs? The whole thing was like that?
No. It was skits and all that in between, but they would just take turns rapping, but they would rap.
This is like that.
Yeah, by himself.
But it's real life. It's not a theme album like for creativity because the nigga got 90s albums, 80s albums off of creativity. The nigga is in prison and made a prison theme like you can tell the nigga's in prison. Like it's not only that, nigga, it's a sequel. Nigga, if you break it down, it's mad creative. The shit is called The shit is called Peterson. He dropped in 2020. He dropped Daystar. When the first shit happened. Mm-hmm. It's a sequel to that.
No, I get it. I don't ever take away from his creativity. He's definitely one of the most creative.
And they're not even that, but I'm saying I only bring that up because in the rap industry, rap game or whatever, to 2025, there's not that many.
No, you're right. I was just
rappers.
there's none. There's really you're right.
There's like Kendrick, ... J. Cole maybe, but not even really. I don't even think J. Cole on songs is mad creative, but as far as the album, I don't think J. Cole got a themed album. Yeah, he got themed mixtapes. The warm up.
You don't feel like Forest Hills Drive is a theme?
What the fuck is the theme?
Where he's from.
Okay, I guess I'll give it to you.
On,
I guess a hometown. What the fuck is hometown?
No, Fayetteville.
That's a classic. That's a classic album.
Yeah.
Is it a theme album though?
Yeah, it's some Fayetteville shit. You have to go to Fayetteville to see.
Sure. What about you're not gonna say Born Sinner?
Swamp rap music.
You're not gonna say Born Sinner is a theme album.
No.
Exactly. So it's like he's really not a theme album artist. Kendrick is though. GNX. Fucking,
I think when I listen to Tory, when I hear the name Tory, I go straight to the Chxts tape. So I know he's
him in his R&B bag.
Yeah, no, but not even just the R&B side of it. The fact that you was creative enough to take people's songs and make songs out of it, and they was good enough that by the time you got to your last one, now they want to feature on it. Like, I know he's creative, so I give him that. But I just don't like the whole, he's in jail. Like, I get it. Like, but that means he just got good production because he's already creative.
That's not just what it means. That's not just what it means.
In jail, being creative, that's like
it's not
somebody
just
that's
what
creative,
it means,
sitting still, not able to do anything else. That's supposed to be hits.
No, that's bullshit. Because a nigga that goes around the world sees and experiences different things is supposed to make the hits. A nigga that's only in a fucking room. Not even in a room for like a couple hours.
Going through some shit. You're going through some like
and he's putting that in. He's putting his pain on the album.
So as a
and not just pain. Nigga got pain. Nigga got bops. Nigga got fucking sexy, quote unquote sexy songs because niggas Drake and Party Next Door dropped some sexy songs for you or whatever. There's different. Nigga got his dad on the song, spitting poetry and whatnot. I wanted to play the because Kanye West and J. Cole, not Kanye West and J. Cole, Kanye West and Jay-Z did that. You know what song I'm talking about? Where they had a random poet just come through.
Come talk about it. Yeah. I didn't really it didn't really do that too much for me, the dad doing that. I like the song, but the dad doing that didn't really do too much for me. I don't know.
But do you know what Kanye and Jay-Z did that?
Of it. I don't remember the song.
I wanted to play it before the pod, but that's crazy because they did that. And it's like, that's what I'm saying. He's doing mad shit.
But don't let me take away from it because that song is powerful as hell. Like, I get it.
Guide you through the storm.
Yes, yeah, I get it. But the dad, I like the song.
Right.
The dad doesn't really do
The dad is tough because, again, it's as far as it being creative, it's creative, but it's also real. Like, I don't, like, it doesn't, you don't hear often.
I get what you're saying.
You don't hear often in like today where rappers are talking about what they're going through right
fake.
fucking now.
Most of the time it's fake.
Most of the time it's fake. Most of the time it's like superficial or whatever. But this is like he's like
real feelings, spilling it out.
Prison.
And it's showing but it's showing his dad's career. I get what you're saying.
Nigga had his son on there. Nigga had his sister on there. The whole shit is called Peterson. He had all his family members on there. But like that's light. But it's like how he did it was fire. Like
I just like Tory because I feel like he's definitely creative. But this whole fight of it is like
what's a 10?
You kind of going up against Rap Nation.
Is there a 10? Is there a 10 album for you? Like I'm
old school. I'm trap. It'll be like
how you say old school and then trap? Old school and trap.
Yeah, it'd be like the old school Jeezy. Yeah,
Jeezy.
The 10 album. The 10 album. Hendrix, Future, the white Case album. Yeah, it's like the 10 albums will be an album that like I could listen to the whole thing and I might not have to skip a song. Yeah, Drake might got one of those.
So you gotta say Future got a rate 10 album.
Hendrix.
That album is
Hendrix
a 10?
is a 10 out of 10 for me. Yeah.
All right.
Just because of the different. Think about the different. You gotta listen to him. He rapped, he sung, he was melodic. It was different thing, and he did a whole nother album too. It was 2 of them.
Let me ask you, because I mean the internet might fuck with the Future take or whatever. So it's like, well, let me ask you this: so on the Mount Rushmore rappers, as far as the new generation, they got Drake, Cole, Kendrick. Would you put Future there as the 4th?
Drake, Cole, Kendrick, who would be my 4th? And Jay-Z doesn't do enough to be in that Mount Rushmore.
He's just not new generation. Like he's like the last generation.
So yeah, it might be Hendrix.
Okay. See there? That was an easy answer. I knew that. Was once you said the album is 10, Future album is 10 out of 10. I was like,
Hendrix, you're
so and you said Jeezy too?
Yeah, Trapper Die too.
Ain't no fucking way.
You just gotta know what he's talking
Young Jeezy too, yo. That's crazy. Give me, yo.
A lot of people didn't like Jeezy back then.
First of all, you're saying you're old school. Future ain't old school. Jeezy really ain't old. I mean, maybe to like
what's old school then? For now.
90s. Pac, Biggie. That's
still old school. That was old school.
You're contradicting yourself.
That was old school like 20 years ago, wasn't it? We in 2025 now.
What? You thinking so in the 2000s?
Well, at least in 2010, wasn't that old school?
So why would it not be old school now?
15 years late.
Why would it not be old?
But it's cool. But
it's older.
But don't more people add to old school at that point?
I don't think Future.
You don't think Jeezy's an old school rapper yet?
That just shows me you're just a young nigga.
You don't think Jeezy? Okay,
not really.
All right.
Especially Future. You say a Future album, maybe that should drop like 10 years ago.
Well, I didn't mean Future as old school. I really meant Jeezy.
Okay,
I was specifically talking about the Trapper Die too.
Okay.
But that's like before 2010. Yeah, that's old.
No, I mean, technically, yeah, I'll give it to you. I was so focused on Future though. Like you said Future. I think you said Future before Jeezy, but it's fine.
No, I said Jeezy first, and then but Hendrix. You don't think Hendrix is you don't like Hendrix?
Now when we talking about top like a 10 out of 10
so
rap album.
So who else then? Well, you tell me a 10 out of 10 that I missed.
You didn't even say Hove. You a Hove nigga.
Well, I said Hove, and you told me that's
when did you say Hove?
I said could Jay-Z be put on the Mount Rushmore? Jay-Z Volume 2. I could say Blueprint is a 10 out of 10. Okay. Volume 2.
So
I'll go Hove crazy.
Exactly. You mixed the two. Yeah. I wasn't
gonna do
the Mount Rushmore was talking about this new generation. The 10 out of 10 was a whole different question. So you saying
Volume 2.
Because when you went straight to Future, I was like, nigga, what are we talking about?
I was thinking, okay, sorry.
All right, but so you saying
music today to me
overall? Ask the question again. Like the question asked again, a 10 out of 10 rap album. You're gonna give it to like Hove God.
Jay-Z Blueprint is a 10 out of 10. Okay. Jay-Z Reasonable Doubt is a 10 out of 10. Okay. Jay-Z Volume 1 is a 10 out of 10.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Jay-Z Volume 2 might be a 9 out of 10.
But my question is, how do you say that's a 10 out of 10 album and Future's Hendrix is also a 10 out of 10 album?
So for different reasons, because I could listen to the my 10 out of 10s are songs that I don't gotta skip. If I could listen to your whole album without skipping a song, a 10 out of 10, yeah. Okay. And on Hendrix, I'm only skipping that Rihanna song. And sometimes I'm not skipping that Rihanna song. Okay. So isn't that a Hendrix thing getting skipped?
I respect that. I'm not mad at that.
But I'm a Future fan, so I get it, the biasness that comes with it a little bit on a couple of those songs.
I'm not mad at that. Yeah, I don't think I got a 10 out of 10 album. because I'm not a big Jay-Z fan. I feel like I like Nas more than Jay-Z, honestly.
Nas got a couple 10 out of 10s.
Right. I just think like he gives it up better than the Jay-Z pause. So it's like that's just where I'm coming from.
I just don't think he makes albums. You think he
right?
makes
No.
albums better than
Again, no, because
okay,
I think even Miles told me what was talking about. Like he Jay-Z makes better hooks than Nas or whatever.
And he has concepts too, like especially on the earlier albums, like Volume 1 and 2. Like this, like a what was you just saying about Tory and all, like a theme? It's close to a theme.
Yeah, Illmatic,
like
Illmatic, Stillmatic, all that
yeah.
shit like that. But Take Care is like one of like a dope.
I like Take Care.
Take Care was
give
tough.
It 10 out of 10.
I wouldn't give it a 10 out of 10.
Take Care could give it 10 out of 10 for me.
But it's a classic. It's a classic though.
Because what is a 10 out of 10? Like what is the 10 out of 10?
I say a classic album.
But I'm saying, what album would you say would be your example?
So then I guess I would have to say if I'm going based off, because you say 10 out of 10 is no skips.
Yeah.
I'll say a 10 out of 10 is a classic album. Like, it's a classic. It's a classic.
Okay.
So Take Care is a classic album.
Okay.
They say that the Graduation, different Kanye albums are classic albums. I don't really feel that way because really when I go to
Kanye got close. I don't think he was 10 out of 10.
Yeah, but if you ask the internet, the culture, whatever the case may be, is they say the Dropout, Graduation.
They was close.
The Twisted Fantasy joint or whatever. Like
registration, late registration.
Yeah, so they say all of them
close.
Watch the
Throne. 10 out of 10s.
Watch the Throne was kind of tough.
Watch the Throne was kind of tough. I'm gonna say Watch the Throne was kind of tough.
They can't make it two because that is crazy now. All right, let's keep it moving, man. So Tory, all right, you rate Tory's album, what, a 7.5?
Yeah.
I'm gonna rate it 8. I'm gonna rate it 8 because 8. Yo, bro, you're not taking into account it's never even been done before. You're saying, oh, he was in prison, he had mad time, da da da. It's never been done before in history. Niggas went to prison and didn't do that. Wayne went to prison, didn't do that. Meek went to prison, didn't do that. And if they did it, it would sound like ass. Lil Wayne was dropping verses from fucking prison. That shit sounded like ass.
Yeah, but you don't think they had money. They didn't really need to, like, they was signed to something. Somebody was probably looking out for them. Meek was in like a fucking depression bag, couldn't even freaking probably write on a piece of paper if he wanted to. He still came out of that shit. Yeah, he still ain't.
But that fucking proud of you, proud of me type shit with Friday, that shit going up. That shit like his like number one song on the album. See, Meek came through, did what he needed to do. Shout out to Meek.
Nah. Shout out to Meek is crazy.
Yo, we about to get into your man's. Pause. Your man's had a not so cryptic message. We talking about J. Cole. You know what I'm talking about or not?
Yeah, right.
Nigga, that's what I'm talking about. That's classic. Oh, wait. Nigga said J. Cole spotted wearing an I'm retired hoodie. Whose man's is that? Posted up with a fan and an I am retired hoodie. You know what you gotta do to put on an I am retired? You gotta fucking retire. You gotta feel like, oh, I'm retired. Like, that reminds me of Rob Dassey and the I'm logged out. Did I forget to log out?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think J. Cole is the most unbothered by anything that anybody could say in the media in the world, bro. So like everybody can have their own takes, but I swear to God, I feel like he's just unbothered. Like I feel like he's in his own world. He's one of them people, bro.
I'm not mad at what you just said, but it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, you can be unbothered by the world, but you in your world feel like you're retired.
Yeah, but you're rapping.
So are you
playing into? Or are you listening to people and you like, all right, fucking now I'm retired.
Or is this what's it called? Or is this quote unquote propaganda or advertisement for the Fall Off album?
Yeah, it's probably that. I don't feel like
it's marketing.
I feel like out of anybody in the industry, all of this stuff that's happening, he's the least person that is gonna affect. Like he don't care.
But that doesn't do nothing for his legacy. Because how dumb do you?
What does anything do for his legacy? He got hard albums. He's good. His kid is well off. He got money. He went and played back. Like he's one of them people that's gonna go off and be like, he might get done with rap and go to like
so he's
Egypt.
Like, he's like a jokish. Is that what his name is?
Yeah, like he don't. Yes. He'd rather be playing with his horses and racing his horses and weird.
But that's
like
okay.
That. Like,
okay, so if you frame it like that,
I just went to something and got the breath. Like I'm not saying he don't like love rap. He does love rap, but I don't feel like for him. Think about what he said. Back to what he said about the thing when they were saying they wanted me to rap against them because what they like. His stance has always been on the other side of like.
That's not. I get what you're saying, but that's really not. Yes, that's facts. But he also has looked up to niggas like Nas, like Tupac, like Hov.
Yeah, but because
and them niggas was bout it. From how crazy he looks crazy
from their lyrics though. He's made it clear why he's looked up to them from their lyrics.
Yes, and when it came to their lyrics,
I can't believe. I hate that y'all keep trying to make J. Cole like one of them like. Yo, bro, why you punch him in his face? He said this about your mom. Like, we know J. Cole's not like that. We all know that, no?
We gonna keep having.
I don't understand how.
And that nigga
like,
say
J. Cole like Talib when Talib Kweli was out. We wasn't putting Talib Kweli in. Jay-Z and them was street. They was wearing Rockefeller jeans with. So we wasn't adding him. But he rapped just as good as Hov.
You said why you acting like. Why you said that when you made the example, when you made the metaphor that why is J. Cole not punching him in his face? He just said this about your mom, If J. Cole is on wax and he'll punch any nigga in his face that tries to come at him.
That he's always wordplay with him.
It's not,
he's
all right,
not
fuck,
always,
yo, bro,
if you break the lines down, because I have another argument with somebody that did the same thing.
We're not even talking about the apology anymore. At this point, what are you doing?
It's not the apology.
Why are you moving like this after niggas, like basically
because that's
after you apologize? Now you retired, nigga made you retire?
Because that's how he raps. It's not that his shit is always metaphor. Like it's a significance to him saying it. Like certain people will be like,
well, anybody that says you sound like J. Cole stand right now.
Raps like that. Like we wasn't Talib Kweli, Common, all of them. They've said gun bars or a gun bar. We've never put them in the light of like.
I'm not. Oh, you brought up guns. Niggas wasn't even talking about guns.
But I'm just saying that's the line.
Cole does that too. Cole talk about stick.
He does, but I'm just saying.
I don't care that nigga don't got a stick on him. I care about if you're competitive. If you feel like you the best, you say I'm wax.
What makes you think he's competitive? Because he's saying that.
He says it in his bars.
Because he said exactly.
He talks shit about rap. He's the best in the rap game.
Common has also done the same thing, and he's teased a little bit with Drake Cool. But besides that, what has Common done? He just raps.
Has Common ever been talked about as a top 5 rapper? No.
Yeah. When it comes to
never.
Yes. You're
lying. You're dead ass lying. You're lying.
Yeah.
Common has been talked about as a top 5 rapper.
There's different kinds of people that talk about. There's lyrical miracle rappers that'll put Common, Talib Kweli, and all of them before Jay-Z. Yes, I've heard that growing up. Literally, I've heard names like Common, Talib. What is the dude that MF Doom? All of those underground rappers. Yes, you're lyrical rappers.
Jesse, I challenge you to call one person that will put Common in their top 5.
Those people are. I'm grown now. He doesn't rap as like when I've grown up. I've heard people say Talib Kweli's a better rapper than Jay-Z. Have you ever heard that? No, right?
No.
Okay, I've heard that.
But it doesn't matter.
A lot of the times.
Is he?
No,
okay,
but I'm just saying it's lyrical. But you just said, when have you ever heard those people? There's certain people on the other side that feel like those lyrical rappers are the best rappers.
No, that's a fact. Jay-Z, yes. Nas, yes. Not fucking Common.
But that's
not top. Definitely not top 5, bro.
That's your opinion. I'm telling you, for a fact, on my kid's soul, I've heard people say that.
They from Chicago? They from Chicago?
No, from Kingston, from New York City. Yes. Lyrical miracle rappers, yes.
I'm not opposed to lyrical because that's Eminem.
J. Cole is a lyrical miracle. He's that.
Yeah.
He's not. So when he says, I'll shoot you out. Anybody that shoots shots, I'll shoot. Y'all like, now he got to battle somebody because he raps like that. No, there's rappers that rap like that.
No, he also, when he says those shits, when he says those gun bars, he also ties them into, he's talking about lyrically. He's not talking real gun bars. He's not talking about, I really have guns. I really roll with AKs and da-da-da-da. Like, he's saying it like these lyrical metaphors will kill niggas.
And lyrically, where does he rank in your eyes?
Nah, yeah, he got it.
Okay, so now I don't understand. So that's,
Nigga, but it
that's
doesn't
where
matter.
I keep him at, and that's it. We could talk, go back and forth,
Oh,
but
that-
lyrically, where does he rank in your eyes?
Listen,
if you got to answer
alright,
that
bet.
question,
Alright.
that's
No,
how I think
lyrically,
about it.
he's top 10. But at the end of the day, why? So that's why you get this scrutiny. This is why you get this judgment. Why, as a top 10 rapper, why are you moving like a dummy?
And that's cool, but I feel like it's always gonna matter way
I am
more.
retired?
It's always gonna matter way more to us than him. That's how I feel. Like he's gonna still be him. He might wear that retired hoodie 18 more times, and then he might come out with some crazy shit that makes people feel like, oh my God, he's back in his bag. Why is he wearing that hoodie? He don't care. I feel like he's that kind of rapper. Like he's not the same kind of rapper as like a Kendrick might see 8 or 9 or 10.
So bet.
J. Cole.
Why do you feel like what's the difference?
Rapper.
What's the difference between J. Cole not caring and Drake not caring? Because they both cannot care, and both like Drake looks crazy.
But I don't think Drake don't care. That's the difference. I think Drake cares.
But he does whatever he wants.
He does, but I think Drake cares a lot, and I think that's the problem. Why? I think if Drake didn't care, he would still have lost, but he wouldn't be where he's at right now.
What does not caring have like if a person doesn't care about shit, what does that have to do with like disappointing your fans?
I don't feel like he's disappointed. I don't feel like J. Cole's disappointed.
Like Kanye's a good example. Kanye is out here wearing swastikas.
Yeah, but I don't feel like J. Cole.
Kanye don't care.
I don't feel like J. Cole's disappointing his fans. I feel like he might have disappointed from not going back at Kendrick, but I feel like lyrically wise and rap content wise, I don't feel like he's disappointing his fans. J. Cole. Like, I feel like if he stopped rapping and was like a whole big time, like, we got to still give it a little bit of time and see where he goes.
Well, first of all, let's do this.
I don't think he's disappointed.
I'm a Drake fan. Drake has been as far as we're talking about their movements and what they've been doing, I've definitely been disappointed in Drake. I'm a Cole fan. I've definitely been disappointed in the way Cole's moved. Have I been disappointed in his raps? No. But it's like, my point is, if you're going to, first of all, and honestly, yes and no. Because your raps don't hold the same weight as they did if you're going to move crazy. I really can't listen to Drake. I used to listen to Drake heavy. I'm like, damn, I miss Drake. I miss listening to Drake how I used to listen to Drake. I can't listen to Drake like that because the nigga has been proven to be corny and not be for the culture and just be artificial, superficial, all this different shit. So it's like,
but see, I don't look at it that way because I was having this conversation the other day. Like, I never have been such a fan that somebody can move, that somebody I'm a fan of can emotionally or whatever.
You sound like you separate the art from the artist or
like,
whatever.
Yeah. So like a lot of there's rappers that I feel like they really do certain things, so I listen to them in that context. But to me, it's just the talent and the creativity of it. So like if you make a good song and it's a good song, like I don't know. I don't think I judge like, oh, it's not a good song because you didn't go to Live last night and blow 5 bands. Like you made that fit in your song and the creativity of it was good. I liked the vibe of it. I liked your flow in it. I don't know. I judge it off of different things. So I don't think that like if Drake got a good song, Drake got a good song to me. I'm not gonna be like, well, Drake, why you say that? And Kendrick just did this to you. I don't think I look at it like that.
So does Drake still hit the same after all the
I think I gotta hear Drake more rap first. I think I can only
does
judge
Does Drake's old song hit the same?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I'm happy for you because
I'll have to hear a new rap. Like when he drops this new rap CD out, if he's acting like now I'm the greatest, y'all niggas is weak, then if he got 4 or 5, then I'm gonna feel like, all right, you doing the most. But if you're just rapping in it and like you're rapping and your raps are hitting and your flow is crazy and your beats is good, I'm gonna be like, all right, well, that's Drake. He's still
again.
he's
But all right,
still Drake.
so look again. So perfect example with that. Nigga dropped the whole album with Party Next Door.
I like that album. I do. I like that album. But I don't know. I mean, that album to me at this point now is climbing. I like that album more than I like Tory's album. Like I listen to that album more than I've listened to Tory's album.
Oh, it's been out longer, bro.
So yeah, it has been. But I'm just saying, more songs are growing on me faster on that. And I don't think that I would even judge that off of after the beef and all of that. I just think it's a pretty good quality R&B album. I like that album.
I'm happy for you.
I do. I'm being honest.
And I don't think that's how the world feels, but I'm definitely happy for you.
Yeah, but see, I've never been a worldly person.
The one thing that the world loves, one song from that is like the Nokia joint.
Yeah, and see, I don't even like that song. So that's what I mean. I've never been a world person. I get it. Like, I get it. You can make a TikTok out of it. It's boom, you can make a fake dance. You can dance to it. But as far as like a quality song, I don't even like that song. I've never been one to go with what.
No, I get it. I get it. I'm just saying it's just I'm not either, but it's just like it's like a second opinion type shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I have to listen to it again. But when it came to it's an R&B album, and you got that album and you got Friday's album. Friday's album is like I can listen through like the whole joint, no skips, because that nigga is spitting like hood gospel, hood R&B.
But it's also Friday's still kind of new and it's still kind of a newer sound.
And he's talking like a veteran.
So yeah, but that doesn't matter. We can't judge. Now we got to judge Friday off of how long has Drake been in the game?
Like 15 years.
So 15 years Friday's album doesn't hit the same way that this Friday album does. Because that's how we're judging Drake, whether we think we are or not. We're judging Drake off of what we've heard. No, it doesn't hit like that, so I don't know. And you just lost to Kendrick. Friday hasn't went through anything for us to judge. We're just judging a
right, but
that's
new artist. Bogus cosign.
Bro, that's literally it. We're judging Friday off of being brand new. Now let's see Friday.
So basically,
Friday 15 years later. Let's see where he's at.
That's like a nigga saying that you worked a job for fucking 15, 16 years. And a newbie comes in and hasn't worked the job. Like, you have worked the job for 15, 16 years.
But the rap game ain't the same. We both just said that before this started. The rap game or the art, it's not the same. We're looking for new sounds and new... That also, not that just being an R&B artist that's kind of new, but that's still kind of a new sound. Can we agree on that?
Friday?
Like, the way he goes about his R&B, that's still kind of new. That hasn't been
Friday?
something... Yeah, the way he does it. That's Vory. How long has that been out? The way they're doing that?
Bro... First of all, I will say his style. I'll say his style is new.
That's what I'm saying.
But the content really ain't new. The content is like
I'm just saying the style. More than half of the people that support Friday got brought to Friday because what the hell is this?
Bro,
this is
he's
a new
so
sound.
Bro,
I'm not taking away from it.
It's so
I'm just
soulful.
Saying, it's easy. If Drake, what I'm saying is in 2025, if Drake was a brand new artist and Carti was a brand new artist and that came out, more than half of the world would be dick riding it because they're brand new artists. So we're judging off of more than half of the world just dick riding new shit too. They did like I'm not taking away from Friday.
I disagree 1,000%.
That's that because you're not looking outside anything. People are so cool. Do you listen to the Mexican rappers? Do you listen to the Mexican rappers from Houston? No, right? But they're going crazy but it's a new sound. Like there's a part of the world that just attract to new things.
No, I get that. You're not wrong for saying that, but you also as far as Drake is considered, Drake has been on top of the game for like 15 plus years or whatever. Yeah. So he's automatically whatever he drops for as far as albums is automatically gonna do over 100,000 streams or sales or whatever.
And he did that
in the first week. Exactly. Yeah. So it's like your point of saying that if he was a new artist would have did that.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is they still, but now once you get you get all the people supporting you, boom. But then they got a catalog, they got a file to judge you off of. Nigga, you just was in this beef, or so I'm just saying he has more in his file to be like, but that's not that good because of this. Or you said that you're getting judged off of a whole file versus Friday just dropping some new shit that is like, it's just though. No, it's fine. I'm saying
I get what you're trying to say, but it's like kind of weird.
No, it's not. Now we judge Friday off of longevity. Because if you're saying, you're judging it like, you just came out with an R&B album, Friday just came out. Let's see how long Friday lasts. Can he last for 15 years? Can he be as relevant 15 years later?
Yo, nigga, all I'm saying is that Friday debut came out the gate with a song. His feature was with DJ Khaled, Hove, fucking Rick Ross.
And Drake did Take Care without none of those people. And what would you say?
Was on there. Hove was on there.
Which one would you say is better?
You talking about Take Care now?
Because that Friday is new or old? How many albums does Friday have?
I think he got projects, but this is his debut album.
Okay, so
and Take Care's not his debut.
So what's Drake's debut album?
Like So Far Gone.
All right, so Friday's better than. So you're saying this Friday is better than So Far Gone? Because that's where the judgment would start.
That's crazy.
How? That's his first album.
Well, why can't you just, nigga? That's crazy.
That's his first.
Nigga,
That's his
first
album.
Especially for you.
That's his first album.
For you.
I'm just saying, there's different ways of looking at it. Just like how you're gonna judge. You're not just gonna judge Drake off of an album. You're gonna judge Drake off the album, and you just got done with Kendrick, and you just said this, and you just said that. So all right, cool. This is Friday's first album. Drake's first album is what?
So Far Gone.
Which one is better?
So
and
Far
why?
Gone or they're not both rap. They're not both R&B albums.
All right, so then let's go to Drake's first R&B album.
Which is this?
Take Care.
That Take Care's not an R&B album, brother.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my
no, it's
God.
not. It's literally not.
Are you kidding me?
No, it's
Come
not.
on. Now we're being schematic now.
No,
we're
being literal.
Stop.
What do you want me to say?
Friday rapped in a couple of those tracks.
Nigga, no, he didn't. He had Meek Mill, he had Wale. He didn't have me.
Stop.
All right, you can say he rapped. You can even say that he rapped. Drake definitely rapped in his fucking R&B album.
Stop.
What do you want me to stop doing?
Stop. Because you're judging it. So if you're judging it off of
the only reason I even compare them to is because they're both R&B albums. I'm not gonna compare a country album and a pop album.
So then Drake and Futures would have been an R&B album then. So where does Drake R&B album start?
His only R&B album he has that I know of is this one. That was his first. Take Care is not an R&B album. It's a rap hip hop. You're not jacking what? Talk your talk. Don't just like back out. Say what you want to say.
The one with that guy Janae Aiko is more.
Nothing was the same.
That's more R&B than
and
rap.
Look, you got your phone on.
But what I'm saying is those Friday's albums aren't better than those albums. Is what I'm saying.
Again, they're not the same genre. But if you want to look at you got your phone on, you look at those albums.
I know the songs that's on there. There might be a couple of rap songs, but if there's 18 songs,
so why are they not R&B albums?
12 of them are R&B songs.
So why, if you look on your phone right now,
we don't know what Drake is, but what I'm saying is the R&B side of things. Friday's not there yet. Not there yet. There's a good album. So I'm not.
What conversation are you having? Because you said niggas didn't say he's better than Drake or better than Party Next Door or what. Like
that's what I mean.
I did say that he definitely dropped a better album in my opinion.
But once you go to that, then I judge it. I give it.
But you're not giving it. But you're really not though, because you're bringing it back to hip hop. You're bringing it back to Drake's first album or his. You're trying to find an R&B album, but the only R&B album he has is this R&B album. He doesn't have those other. Take Care's not an R&B album, and Nothing Was the Same was not an R&B album. But you can look. I want you to look so you understand.
It's not. It's probably not. But I'm looking at it as an R&B album because it has more R&B songs. I don't. Like I said, I don't go with the world and.
It's not the world. Everybody nigga put it as. It's not the world.
I go with
it's what the artist said.
I'm listening to. If I hear R&B, this is an R&B album. If you got 15 songs and 10 of them are R&B, it's an R&B album.
All right, but you're saying it
doesn't matter to me.
To what he put it out as. He put it out as, and he probably won a Grammy for it being a rap album.
Yeah, so, but if you're doing that in context, which one sold more then? Huh? If you're doing it so did Some Sexy Songs for You sell more, or did Fridays?
Some Sexy Songs for You.
Okay, so then it wouldn't all the way be better then, or it would just be better in your eyes?
Just because something sells more doesn't make it better. Because again, the nigga is his debut album. Why would a debut album sell more than someone that's been out for 15 years?
So then then we're talking about opinions.
No, we're talking about quality.
Is better. You're saying that is better than Some Sexy Songs for You. I think that Some Sexy Songs for You is better
than Friday's album.
Yes.
Hey man, I guess we technically talking.
So we're talking about opinions.
I guess. I guess, but here's my thing: if we give this to R&B lovers, real R&B lovers, I guarantee I put $100 minimum that they're gonna vibe with. They're gonna say Friday's album is a better R&B album than Some Sexy Songs for You.
So then Take Care is under the R&B section.
Why are you lying?
I'm literally looking at it right now.
Let me see.
Drake R&B, Take Care.
Can I see?
Care Package. Oh no, that says hip hop.
Why niggas lying on camera?
Take Care. No, I'm showing you that. Literally Googled it.
All right, so when you click it, and what does it say? It says
that
it's
one
rap
said
and
hip hop and rap.
Yeah, come on,
that
man.
one did
Why
say
niggas
hip-hop
lying
and
on
rap.
camera? I don't know. I don't understand. Let's keep it going though, because we was on that for a minute, and that started off as J. Cole, and it turned into Some Sexy Songs for You versus fucking Friday's album, classic. Oh, we got a message. This is a nice segue. We got a message from Chris Rock.
I didn't see this. I heard. I'm interested in knowing what he was talking about at all.
Who? Chris Rock?
Yeah.
Nigga, I know that you don't know what the hell's going on, but it's like it's not anything recent.
Okay.
It's just something he said. That's just Friday. What the fuck is Friday album? That is classic content right there for you. All right. Let's get into what Chris Rock had to say. You think Chris Rock is funny?
Yeah. I think that he's funny with like Adam Sandler and him. Like I don't.
Oh,
think
hell
he's,
yeah,
like,
hell
I
yeah.
think he's a different funny.
Oh, that's a fact. That makes sense. But then he's a token black friend.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, hey, man. I get what you're saying, though.
That's
when you break it down.
Yeah, you're right.
That's
What
tough.
it's looked at as. You're right. You're
tough.
absolutely right, actually.
Thank God.
Coldness that you have to accept when you're a man. It's only women, children, and dogs are loved unconditionally. A man is only loved under the condition that he provides something. A coldness.
That's it. What do you think about that?
I agree with that. 10%. But I think kids
Okay.
can love a man, like the dad, unconditionally. But I feel like besides kids, I agree with that. 110%.
Okay.
Like I think that, and sometimes I think it's kind of by default, I guess would be the word I'm looking for, like by the way of the world. But
What do you mean by default?
like people will say like, no, that's not true, or a female might be like, that's not true. I love you unconditionally or whatever. But it's like when we going through things, or like it's different.
But it's
points
also
where it's
if a
like,
female loves you unconditionally, you're providing something. Like they're not just loving you unconditionally for no reason. We got some comments on YouTube. It look like, but like, talk to me. I want to hear this. You know what I mean? Up to, hey,
no,
man.
I literally agree. I agree with that though. I agree with that. I feel like in my early parenting stage, I struggled with that kind of thing because I felt like I worked extra hard to like be a pleaser or be someone that should be looked at or viewed as I can love him unconditionally. But then as I grew older, you're right, it ends up being like, well, it was only this because of this, or it was only that because I did this, or I took this stance, or so it's always a reason. Why do I think it's like that?
Shout out to P Energy. He said, "Who's the guy on the left? He knows his stuff." So we talking about you. So I don't know who P
What
Energy
we
is.
talking about?
I don't. Yo, P Energy. What is Jesse know? This is Jesse, by the way. But what does he know? What stuff does he know? What he's talking about? But back to Chris Rock joint.
Do you? What is your stance on that? Like, why would you? If you agreed with that, why would you? Like, why do you think? What would be the reason?
It's tough, because in the same
Alright.
yes, I feel like I was just telling this my girl that like honestly she brought it up that there's so much that falls on my shoulders as far as being like the man of the house or whatever. So like in that respect alone, like.
But what about the people that might be doing it? Like, what if it's 50-50? Like, what about the people that are 50-50? Like, do you feel like you love your girl? Like, do you feel like we love women unconditionally? I'm asking this now because I'm kind of interested.
I
like,
think that
what would be your explanation?
Me personally, even when Miles asked me like, "Yo, what do you want? Like, what do you desire in a woman or whatever the case may be?" Is like for me, and I feel like most men, even alpha men, describe it like this. Like, I don't require that much. Like, I don't like the most I require is loyalty.
Me too.
Honesty, obviously, like. Companionship, like, but it's like you don't have to provide anything for me.
No.
Like if you cook, fire.
A big thing for me is like how, like your relationship with my kids and your understanding of the way I have to move.
Of course, yeah, and that's just understanding.
Yeah. So, but would that make it that I'm not unconditionally loving?
That's not providing anything though. That's regular shit. Like I was watching. If you're not watching the Druski shit.
I am. Could have been.
I was watching.
I didn't watch
Dr. Umar.
Last one. I did watch that.
Dr. Umar. He was asking all the women what they bring to the table. They were saying, "I can cook. I clean. Everyone can cook. Everyone can clean." So like, what do you bring to the table? Type shit like that. So it's like from like you know what I mean. That's not much. So it's like understanding is like it's valuable and morality and whatnot. But like especially when he was talking like about Druski, like Druski's into it or whatever. So it's like he needs a queen, That's like that was his stance. So it's like, but every man wants and like deserve or should have, especially a good man wants to deserve a queen or whatever. So it's like understand. That's like saying be able to talk. Or whatever, like you know what I mean. Like yes, obviously it's good if you can talk, but it's like communication, But it's not providing anything great. And like someone nigga that can provide a house and a home or help like just do different things like monetarily or like the things that you like. You have a car, you have a house, you have kids, like different things of those natures. Like that's real providing and whatnot. Like I feel like most men don't look for, and if they do, they're gonna be disappointed because like they don't look for a provider and a woman or whatnot. Like because if you do look for that, then you are quote unquote a soft man or obviously a man that can't provide. But I feel like that goes with the nature of things that men are looked to as the providers. In a 50-50 situation, even in a 50-50 situation, like. Some alpha men will make this point that like if there's an intruder in the house, looking at your man to go handle the shit. You're not about to go handle it type shit. So it's like even in that you're being protected. You know what I mean? Even in a 50-50 relationship or whatever. So it's like do I feel like men are what he said like not unconditionally love or only unconditionally love if you provide something? Yes, but I also think that is also true for women, like because you don't have to provide the same things, but you do have to provide what is necessary to be unconditional. Like, because if you're not like say for you have things that you want in a woman that you need in a woman. I have things that I want and need in a woman. If they're not doing those things, then I'm not gonna unconditionally love you. Like, okay, you gotta go. Like I gotta figure this out, or I gotta find someone that can do this. Or whatever. So it's like I get what he's saying, but I think there's a flip side to it because I also feel like as far as men and women are considered, like historically, women have been mistreated more than men.
Yeah, it's a fact.
In my opinion, like you know what I mean.
That's a fact. I agree with that.
Yo, what the fuck? Someone named Tyrone said, "Guy on the left." Hard take. I agree. Love his detail. Am I on the left? No, you're on the left. Like, what is Jesse saying that y'all agree with? Please tell me. But yeah, what do you think?
I kind of agree with that because I don't want to. Like, I feel like the way of the world is kind of like it's been a man's world, you know, per se. So I feel like in certain categories, it's always going to be like, oh, it's more on the man than it is on the female. But I agree that can be the same on the flip side, just different kinds of things. Or in certain circumstances, things that like I feel like a man can figure a way around too, you know. And other aspects. Like, you know, like sometimes you could want the sexual part of it too, but you can also take care of that. Not that, you know what I mean? You can take care of that. So certain areas is not that serious. I think that a lot of the times too, as men, we put more pressure on ourselves right off the jump. And that could kind of go into a whole nother conversation, but relationship wise, and then we realize, like, as we get with the person, it's like, dang, I didn't really have to be as, you know what I mean? Like, this was $1,000. I only had $800. She had $200. She had $600, but she got the $200. You know what I mean? Like things like that. Whereas as you grow into it, you realize it's not as much as you think. So I think sometimes men just put themselves on that level too, knowing like, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this for her to love me, and things like that. Or same thing for kids, like I gotta buy him this, and this for them to love me. But then, like, I'm a dad that, like, yeah, I buy them things too, but it's time. Like, I feel like my time sometimes, most of the time, is more of the reason why I'm unconditionally loved. Because I can detach from other parts of my life and get down and in the dirt with you, and as a grown man, you know, and it gives the kids a look like.
But a woman also is not the same as far as a child. Like that matters a lot more. I feel like that matters a lot more to a child than it does to a woman. You know what I mean? Especially if you're talking like majority of women. I feel like a majority of women like want. Like, yes, they want you to spend time, but, like, I don't know. I could be wrong by saying this, but, I feel like a lot of them want to be treated, or if their love language is gifts or whatever the case may be, is blah, blah. Like, so it's like, yes, you can spend, like, I understand a child doesn't want much. A child wants the person and the time and the energy and whatnot. But as far as a woman is considered, like, especially women have different options or whatever, like, they might like say like, "Oh, you're not willing to spend this on me. I know Tom, Dick, and Harry that's ready like on the go." So it's like
you're right. I get what you mean.
It just depends on how you look at it.
It's definitely levels.
I just want to know, if y'all fuck with Jesse, please tell me what he said, because I want to know what's going on. Oh, but that is a classic message from Chris Rock. OBJ and Druski enter the Diddy chat.
No, I don't like this, man. You know my take, man. You know I.
Oh, your take is the same? Man. When it was with Hov?
Yeah, man.
Did
you see the video? Did you see we should have had that as the take. Did you see Tony Busby on the phone with
he
the
cleared that
girl?
Shit up. He cleared that shit up. We're not doing that, but he cleared that shit up though. He was on the phone with the girl, like, "Yo, you said so and so," and then she was like, "No, I didn't say that." So she like, but you know what I mean? That's neither here nor there.
Yeah, but I feel like he did that as a lawyer. So you said something close, man. You know,
Druski from Druski desk. Druski said, "This allegation is a fabricated lie. I wasn't a public figure in 2018. I was broke, living with my mom without any connections to the entertainment industry at the time of this allegation. So this inclusion of my name is truly outlandish. My heart breaks for actual victims of abuse, but I'm fully confident that the evidence will expose this falsehood and the individuals who are maliciously trying to game the legal system to peddle false narratives."
I hated it.
He didn't write a word of that.
I hated it, but both of their responses made me back up a little bit and be like, hold on.
Oh, I gotta pull that joint.
Because Druski, you did not need to say you saying fabricated lie might make me feel like she just ain't say it all the right way, and you really was there.
He said a couple words in there. I was like, I know that's not even in his vocabulary.
Yeah, no, but I feel like when you say fabricated lie, like when you specify the lie
was fabricated,
that means it's like you was there. That kind of gives, and he could have not have been there at all, but kind of makes me feel like, oh, so you was there. She just didn't say it right. That's what his thing made me feel like.
And then
OBJ's like,
Odell Beckham Jr. responds to allegations after being named in Diddy's legal case. Odell Beckham Jr. says, "Boy, I'll tell you what, this world makes absolutely no sense. I am covered by God. He will prevail. I know who I am. I know who you are. Keep your head. That name will be cleared. Shit is stupid." In response to Druski and this whole messy legal case.
I want to listen. Me, I'm waiting because I want to. I'm the way I am. Like I'm not just gonna. But if you want to know what's going on in the back of my mind, them dudes did something to that girl, man, and they just ain't say it right.
So my thing is, why are you so quick to say that? Are you quicker to say that than the whole shit?
I just told you because of the way they responded. Because the way they're responding isn't dismissing it as a whole. It's just dismissing what she said about it. Okay. Am I wrong for like you don't feel like that?
Here's the thing. Here's the thing that with Druski is that
this a lie. I feel like if it was a lie to me, I'd be like, it's a lie. I wasn't there. She's lying.
Here's my thing. Drewski didn't write this shit.
Yeah,
the Drewski shit was PR. Drewski was agent management, whatever.
Is that a hit though? If you're still telling the truth, like what makes that a hit?
It's just not We're not gonna say no names, but it's not genuine.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like it's not really a hit, but it's like that's the first thing niggas is saying is that you didn't even write that statement. Okay. So like you not off rip, you're not being genuine. Okay. And niggas is accusing you of something, and then you hate somebody else to write you some PR shit. So it's like, what do you? That don't help. Mm-hmm. But we got this little clip.
Yeah, I've been in attendance. You ever been to one of Diddy parties?
He said this a lot of times.
Yeah, I've been in attendance. Hey, what the fuck you smirking for? I've been in attendance.
He just asking regular
questions. That's all I said. I said I've been in attendance. I have been in attendance.
We never been. We just asking. We just asking.
Yeah. As soon as you asked, he said.
You had fun? I ain't seen that.
Yeah, you did.
I ain't seen that.
Yeah, I had fun. Yeah. I mean, it was a party. I wasn't at one of them parties.
Please say that
I've been in attendance at a puff party. You know, I've been in attendance. Yeah, I went. Yeah, but I ain't. Yeah, whatever.
It's just kind of hard.
And that was a minute ago.
Yeah, but he's so funny that this is his funny. So it could be overlooked as like, this is really Druski's funny. Or is he kind of stuttering because he don't know what the hell he really want to say. But I will say, and I hate like stereotyping, but Druski, like the way he grew up and the things they say about him and his suburban, like he gives the type of person that would be at a puffy party doing some weird
you are stuff. A different nigga talking about the OBJ and Druski as opposed to Hov.
Because he doesn't. Is
that favoritism or like what?
No, it's just like everything you just showed me gives sketchy versus somebody just being like that's a lie.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? I'm not.
That's
gonna hold
all
you.
I'm saying.
I'm not gonna hold
that's
you.
That's what I'm saying.
When Hov came up with his shit, his statement, it was
cut and dry. Boom.
But I also thought when I heard that it was Busby and I heard like the little like the background of Busby, like he's one of the country's biggest like lawyers or whatnot. I was like, you know what? This ain't no bum ass lawyer talking this shit.
No, I agree with that too. But I just feel like when you're in those situations, you gotta be just cut and dry first. Like cut and dry.
But they also not Hov though. They also not 50. They also not a business mogul. Like this is Druski.
I think OBJ should have been better, way better.
Yeah, but you also know.
I think Druski's was almost better than OBJ's as far as somebody writing it for him.
Yeah, Druski didn't write his shit, so it's like it makes sense. OBJ, that shit was from his thumbs. Yeah. But I get what you say, yo. Y'all let me know what y'all think.
I hope though. Let me say this. Innocent till proven guilty. That's my stance all the time.
You know what's funny shit?
It's not true.
I could like Jay-Z's name as far as Diddy was considered before Jay-Z got brought into this like last year. Like his name was in like when is Jay-Z gonna like it was in the conversation. Yeah. Even with Druski's name, it makes sense for his name to be in the conversation, especially when he's talking about going to Diddy parties like an idiot. OBJ, I didn't see coming in. Like, where the fuck he come from?
I just feel like he's a dancing ass nigga. He
came out of nowhere, though.
He was going to be at that party somewhere.
Ah, shit. I mean, because honestly, it's like, I don't want to put no negativity on the podcast, but there's a clip, there's a fire clip of, like, Chris Brown, Sean Combs, no, like, the whatever the fucking the young one is. The one that looks just like Diddy, his son or whatever, like Diddy Jr. Christian. They was doing that. It was like a black and white dancing joint or whatever, like on some 90s vibes. So I feel like one of those, damn, I can't remember the song, but it's like it's a vibe. But that was at a Diddy party. So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I hope Chris Brown don't come in there. I hope
I think Chris Brown got his own weirdness going on in his own little
damn.
corner. Not in a bad way. No, I'm just saying like
weird isn't not a bad way.
Yeah, weird isn't a bad word to me, man. It's just different. Weird is different to me. You know, weird can be bad, but like weird is different.
What do you mean as far as Chris Brown's considered?
Like as far as we might do traditional ways of being with our females, and Chris Brown might do a little extra.
Similar
I feel like
Neo.
his is so extravagant on his end that he don't need to be with.
Okay.
Druski's kind of like respectfully, like you just getting on. You was a suburban kid. You probably didn't have that many friends before. Like you're more like a get all in the mix to that. Whereas Chris Brown could just go to his crib.
Okay. Yeah, but you can say the same thing about Diddy.
Yeah, but Diddy, I don't know.
Okay.
I never wanted to feel this way for the Diddy stuff, but I just feel like
after the Cassie video,
outside to us, like right to our face, that we kind of got to be like, all right, bro, this came to our face, and they've been saying this the whole time.
Yeah.
Let me just
some got me
right
done
here for a minute to see what happens with this.
Tyrone said nah, but Druski never know what he talking about. LMAO. Okay. I'll take it. Yo, like I said, if you're on Facebook or on YouTube, make sure you comment your opinions, questions. We're doing this live. We want to interact with the people that are watching. So yeah, that was OBJ and Druski into the Diddy chat. Hope that shit ends just like it did with Hov. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
And if it doesn't, then
if they guilty, then they guilty. But I feel the same way.
You know what's next? Drake's cryptic message. Now Drake's cryptic message is way more cryptic than J. Cole's. Cole's message was like right there, bada bing, bada boom. But Drake's cryptic message was his caption on Instagram. You know how he gets down on Instagram. I had to mute the man's because like Drake, I probably been following Drake on Instagram since I got Instagram. But at a certain point, that nigga like keeps moving too crazy for me to even like want to keep following him in. So I had to mute him. But let's get to his post on Instagram, where his caption is cryptic. So it is on wax. He said, if I can find it. Oh, here we go. Nah, I gotta read this to you. Drake said from Drake's desk, "You know I grew up non-confrontational and always treated this game as a sport where my pen won gold. But these days, the podium has been hard for all of us to ignore. I understand that this next chapter may leave you feeling uneasy, but I hope you see my honesty as clarity, not charity. That answers some questions, especially about the unanswered text you've been sending me."
Who do you think he's talking to? You think he's specifically talking to one person?
You think that he's talking to somebody? Until that until the text sending me,
I
wouldn't think that he's talking to somebody. I think he's talking about the world type shit.
Yeah, he. Now, if J. Cole would have did that, I would have been mad.
But Drake gets the pass?
No. Okay. Drake doesn't get the pass.
What's up with these light skinned
niggas? Drake wrote too much, and that's too much.
Anyway. And you was just defending the shit out of him too with his album.
That's too much. I don't feel like words or anything is gonna be able to get you past this, bro. Like you kind of just gotta keep doing your craft. Like you don't need to keep stopping and explaining, or because everybody's gonna. Nah, I don't like that. That was deeper than J. Cole wearing that hoodie.
I mean,
way deeper.
I mean,
that shit is for shits and giggles. If he drop another song, he just dropped a song not too long ago, and he put that hoodie on.
I mean,
that's teasing. I swear to God. That shit sounds like please, just don't judge me off of this. Like that sounds crazy.
But I mean, that's what. But look, how does this sound to you? I understand that this next chapter may leave you feeling uneasy. Like that sounds like if I could be wrong, but that sounds like an I'm retired hoodie. Cause that I'm retired hoodie
Yeah, but that
Will
I'm tired
leave-
hoodie to me was just J. Cole was cold.
But do you see the
don't-
correlation?
I get what you're saying. I feel like, to me, I took that as you're setting yourself up for a potential failure ahead of time. Like, I took that as y'all niggas might not like this rap shit whatever I'm dropping next, in case y'all don't fuck with it because of what just happened, let me write all this shit out. That's how I took that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I mean.
weird
I
still.
feel like where
That's
the fuck is Drake's
And Drake shouldn't need to do that.
Unfortunately, Drake's man's, in my opinion, based off the way that Drake moves, Drake's man's all yes men.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
because you can't do everything that you're doing.
And the rest of the people that he thought was his man's was the people he shouldn't have. Was LeBron, was Future, was them people.
I mean,
and
I
now
don't know about LeBron. I don't know about LeBron because I feel like LeBron when they went their separate ways because Drake did some shit. But we don't know. I want that to come to light.
I just still don't feel like they was. I don't feel like you could say that. Y'all man's like that. Like.
What?
I feel like I just don't, bro. Like
As
if
long
I'm
as
married,
Drake's
if
been in the
I'm married
game-
and you're married and our wives is cool and we do our respective, then we mans. But if I'm just the dude that's the top, you the top athlete, and I'm the top rapper or whatever you want to put it as, like, and we just get together. Of course, we gonna make it seem like we both the top in our regard. We not really mans. Like I can't just take it as
I kind of
that.
get what you're saying.
Like if we meet, if every summer we get together in Barcelona and it's me and whatever chick I'm with, and then we cool.
Right.
But if like you had some shit you had to go to in Texas and I was in Texas and we was there for 2 weeks and Drake's.
All right,
and
so
we
look
got
at it like this.
together for
I get
dinner
what
a
you're
couple
saying because I
times.
feel like obviously LeBron and D Wade are way closer
Yes,
than Drake,
yes,
Drake
yes.
and LeBron.
Perfect.
But as far as LeBron and Drake,
No, you're right too.
As far as LeBron, I can't
think.
I can't think of another person in the music industry that was closer to Drake, that was closer to LeBron than Drake.
But that was on Drake's side though. Because LeBron has showed love to a lot of artists his whole career.
Yeah, showing love is not taking pictures. Showing love is not.
That's what I mean.
Jumping on
No, it
stage
is.
with
It's
them.
taking
That
pictures.
nigga been on stage with Drake.
I feel like he hasn't. He probably done that with Chris Brown. We could probably like he's been in cars playing other people's music and other different kinds of things.
Different.
And I think that Drake friendship shit was more on Drake's side. Then I could have been LeBron's too, but I feel like that was more
That
Drake
nigga been on
just
podcasts
feeling
with
like
Drake.
I'm the nicest. Drake's the only nigga that puts the court in his crib, and he goes NBA crazy.
But that's
Drake
a
is
parallel,
gonna feel
though.
like that's my man's.
That's a parallel,
Chris
though.
Brown got a court in his crib.
No, I'm not saying the court is the parallel. I'm saying that they were the top dogs and
Chris Brown the top dog too.
and underdogs of their shit. You keep saying Chris Brown and LeBron ain't never been together.
LeBron has never.
Chris Brown and LeBron don't probably got a picture together. Them niggas don't know each other.
LeBron has never been an underdog since high school.
No, he wasn't
He's
an
never
underdog.
been an underdog.
He was an underdog as far as the judgment of the world. Like he's the most hated.
No, he's and the most loved. He's both.
Which makes
LeBron.
That doesn't make him an underdog?
No. Hell no.
Bro,
they told LeBron he was the king. He was a high school senior.
And he was still the most hated.
No, bro.
He's not the most hated NBA player of all time?
We got to look up the definition of underdog because he's never been an underdog to me. He's never been his high school games on ESPN.
Look.
Underdog where?
So if he's the most hated out of high school, most people buckle under that pressure. That makes him an underdog. He had the most pressure on him.
A competitor thought to have little chance of winning a fight or contest. No.
Yes.
LeBron James has
as
never.
As far as being
LeBron James has
you're
never.
Lying. Yo, bro. Yo, deadass, bro.
He joined D Wade.
All right, look,
he said, "I'm gonna win 1, 2, 3, 4." He has never been. He never even put himself
from 30
in an underdog.
Yo, you're wrong. You're wrong because listen,
no.
this is what I'm gonna say. You're wrong. Because from 30 to 40, from 25 to 40, niggas was saying, all right, yeah, he's having a good year, but he's not going to last. He's not going to do this. He's not going to do this when he's 30. He's not going to do this when he's 40. Like, you know what I mean? He has been the underdog for the last at least 10 years.
He's been to 10 NBA finals. No, I don't know. Hell no.
I'm not saying the underdog is not necessarily
underdog is a competitor that you think is. No, he did. People didn't think.
They thought he wasn't going to last.
No. People didn't think he was going to win. People didn't want him to win. There's a difference.
Okay.
He's definitely has the skill set.
But
There's a difference.
There's also a
Underdog,
similarity.
little chance of winning. No. Or a little
everyone
chance
thought
of
he was-
fight
so
or
everyone thought he was gonna
contest.
win?
Yes.
Or did everyone think he was gonna choke?
He's put himself in. He's been to the finals. That's winning. Just because you don't win the last.
So
thing,
you don't think Drake was
he's
an underdog?
I think Drake was more of an underdog than LeBron. I don't
What
think
the
LeBron
fuck?
was
It's
ever.
the same thing.
I don't think LeBron
It's the
was.
same, bro. It's the same thing.
No.
How is it not the same thing?
Because I don't think that LeBron ever. Well, I think that they've kind of had the same pack because he's had Young Money and all of that. But I don't think
Drake was always a R&B singing ass nigga and a rapping ass nigga. He was always talented,
I'm
but
just
he was
speaking
always.
solely for LeBron. I
Ah,
don't think
shit.
there's sports-wise. I don't think there's anybody that could.
But here's my
say
point.
to yourself with a straight face that LeBron was.
but here's
an
my point. You
underdog.
can't say that Drake
Now,
was an
'cause
underdog.
he's 40.
You can even now, but fuck it. You can't say that Drake was an underdog or he's an underdog or whatever the case may be, and not say that it's because it's the same. It's the same point. They were both talented at their crafts, but they were still the most hated and the most doubted.
Yeah, but in basketball is different because you could be, all right, you're an underdog at Cleveland because you ain't got nobody, but then what did you do?
Okay, but you were still an underdog.
I'm saying if you was. I don't think he was. He was still in the finals. How's that an underdog?
Okay, but before he
You
was
just
in the
can't- you can't
All right, but
win
you
the
have
finals.
to reach the finals,
So you
nigga.
still in
you have to reach the finals.
Yeah,
so
but what
it's
I'm
the same.
saying is-
Before he reached it,
Yeah, but
he
you-
was the
But
underdog.
you also have to mature. You're 19, 20, 21, 22 in the fine. Like, what the fuck is underdog about that?
But I'm not saying he was always the underdog. I'm saying that he was the underdog. Even if you reach the finals, you're one of them niggas
If you're
that said
24,
you're one of them
25.
niggas. You're one of them niggas that
If
say
you're
that.
24,
Alright.
25 and you're building, then yeah, that could be underdog. But what are you supposed to do as a 19-year-old? Like, what is your ceiling as a 19-year-old? So what would make you the underdog? Like at 19, you're
People
not, they're not
doubting you, people hating you.
They're not expecting you to win at 19. They're not expecting you to come into the. So how does that make you the underdog? Then by 22, you're in the finals. So how does that make you the underdog?
But you're not. You're the underdog by people's perception. You're not the underdog by what you do.
No, it says by little chance. So people, that's what I'm saying. That's what they want to believe. That's not truthful.
So in the people's eyes, he was the not even the people's eyes. Based off of what people's perception was, he was the underdog. Was he really the
Some
underdog?
people.
No, he wasn't really the underdog. Even Drake wasn't really the underdog. But
some people
and other people would have folded under that pressure.
I don't think it's
Like
close
what's
for
his name? What the
either one
fuck is
of
his
them.
name? The nigga that they thought was gonna be the next LeBron. Fuck, what is his name? He's on the Pelicans.
Yeah, but that's
what's his name? What's his name?
I'm so out of the
On the
media
Pelicans.
that like it's easy Zion, but it's
Yes,
easy.
and
But how long
he
have they
buckled
been,
under that
Yeah,
pressure.
but bro, how many the next LeBrons have they been looking for? It's a storyline, so of course they're gonna. Oh, you're close. Oh, that's the next LeBron. Oh, then why they the person that's actually doing LeBron things? They ain't even saying is the next LeBron. So it's all storyline. I'm saying as far as your athletic ability and what you doing, the majority has never called you an underdog. You've never, and when you started to get in that conversation,
The majority called you.
your team.
The majority calls you a flop or a baby or fucking a wimp or a joke or whatever. Like that's what makes you the that's what makes you the underdog.
Not a flop.
Because you had what?
The underdog is little chance of winning.
I understand that. Well, I was only answering what you said that what they call him. They don't call him the underdog.
No, they can't.
They
That's what
don't
I'm
call him
saying.
the
So
underdog.
what
They
I'm
call
saying
him
is,
because he has so much hate.
At Cleveland,
If you call him the underdog, that
when
means you don't have that much hate.
when it starts to get to that point, you change teams and you go with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. So you can't be viewed as the underdog. Now you kind of got it. You're viewed as the winner. You're gonna win before
All right,
it even starts.
Let me give you this. Kendrick. Before all this happened, I swear to God, it was Cole or Drake. I never thought Kendrick was gonna win this.
And I don't agree with
Kendrick
that
was the
either.
fucking underdog.
I don't agree with that.
What the fuck do you mean?
I don't feel like none of them three can be considered an underdog.
Yes.
I don't feel like no.
But when this whole
I feel
started,
like underdog is
when
not
first
for them
person
names.
shooter started, niggas was not thinking that Cole. Nobody thought Cole was gonna apologize and drop out. Nobody thought Drake was gonna really lose as badly as the nigga lost. The nigga lost like a historical loss.
Yeah, but nobody also thought that somebody was just gonna walk the streets with Kendrick either. I didn't think that. Win, lose, or draw. So that's what I mean by the underdog. Underdog means I'm looking at them three and I'm saying, oh, you're gonna get killed. That's the under. That would make him an
Right,
underdog.
right.
I don't think I looked at any of them three like that.
Okay. So as far as Kendrick is considered, that's what a lot Drake fans and Cole fans would have thought. So if Kendrick is your last person, he's the underdog.
Yes, yeah, I get that sentiment.
Same thing for LeBron.
I get that.
LeBron didn't say that. The people that thought LeBron was not going to last. LeBron was not going to be great. He's not going to be a king. He's not going to be this. So that makes him, in that respect, especially being the most hate, he still to this day gets hate. He got the most points. Niggas discredit the most points in the fucking league.
But hate doesn't make you the underdog. Being able to be the top of your craft makes you the underdog. Like Jordan being on the Wizards and niggas being like, yo, they still gonna win it all because Jordan's the best. They still gonna, like, that's an underdog. No, you're not winning. You're 40. You don't got nobody on that team. You're not winning. That other shit with LeBron would be considered hate because he still has a chance of winning. Now you got Luka like you got the people with you. So if I'm saying, oh, you're not gonna win, because that'd be hate. That wouldn't be. I don't know. I'm just trying to give you the way I look at underdog. Underdog to me is somebody that. So you don't think the
nigga that got the most hate is the underdog?
No.
That's crazy. Because the definition says the one most likely to lose.
Yes, yeah.
So if you have the most hate, they're saying that you are you're not going to win. You're not going to get this champion. You're not going to hit the clutch bucket. You're not going to do this. You're not going to be better than Kobe. You're not not. Nigga, they're saying that you're most likely to lose.
But I've been against the day my whole life. My always question when everybody says they, I'll be like, who's they? I'm always against the they saying. So I can't look at it like that.
I understand. But when you do look at it, that makes him the underdog.
Yes, from them people.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm not saying that nigga's the GOAT. I'm not saying he's the underdog. Nigga, he's better. He's still killing niggas at 40.
He's not that even.
He's Uncle. Huh?
The NBA is.
He's not that even?
That's a whole other conversation. The NBA isn't sports anymore. It's now become entertainment.
Oh,
it's a whole bunch of offense with no defense. That's another conversation for another day.
Shit, we gotta get Jesse in here with another ball.
Yeah,
yo, Ben Masuda
college.
Yo,
we gotta do college hoops. Shout out to Brian in Norfolk State. Brian Moore, he was a Kingston graduate.
Okay.
Yeah, Norfolk State is going dancing. See, so like
Shout out
on the
to Brian
basketball
Moore.
side of it, and then he'd be one that would have to say that success is earned, not given, because he's had a long road, he's going dancing. So,
I respect it. Yo, I didn't have the pleasure of knowing Brian because different, like, obviously you still work with the kids and whatnot, but I know of him, and like Seldon posted him, and obviously he's been posting like but like I only know him through posts. I don't know him personally, but shout if you do it successfully, bro. Shout out to you.
Great kid.
Classic. We chatted up right now. What's the next joint? So Druski entered. So as far as that was off the Drake cryptic message. That's a classic.
Yeah, we kind of go crazy a lot.
Yo, man, that's why you're here, bro. The conversation is lit. But as far next topic is Justin Bieber's cry for help. I don't know if you saw it, but I'm gonna read it to you. This is from the desk of Justin Bieber. People told me my whole life, quote unquote, wow, Justin, you deserve that. And I personally have always felt unworthy. Like I was a fraud. Like when people told me I deserved something, it made me feel sneaky like.
Oh my God, I got it.
Oh, damn, that's nah. What's happening?
Go ahead, finish.
Yo, what the fuck was that?
That whole thing got Diddy's name written all over it. That's how I feel.
Oh, shit. All right. Well, let me just keep reading. That's crazy. Damn, if they only knew my thoughts. Now you're fucking me up. How judgmental I am. How selfish I really am. They wouldn't be saying this. I say all this to say, if you feel sneaky, welcome to the club. I definitely feel unequipped and unqualified most days. How the fuck you equate that to Diddy?
So, all right, listen, because I'm going to be real. He's either speaking to, I did some weird shit to get myself into this game, or he's speaking directly to success, the other side, what Mackie said. Somebody pointed at me and was like, you. That's what that sounds like to me. Like I didn't earn shit that I got, or I did weird shit to be in the place that I went. But what is that a response to?
The comments say, is he describing imposter syndrome? You know what that is? Imposter syndrome is when
Being like a fraud, being somebody you're really not. The whole
where
time.
not even. So it's like you obviously ball.
Mm-hmm.
That's like feeling like, damn, I don't feel like I can ball today. Like I don't feel like I don't feel like I got it today or whatever type of shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's like I think Chris Brown has said that he has felt that or whatever. But like I feel it sometimes with tattooing or whatever.
So is it like talking yourself out of it because you're not as
you just don't feel it on your
that
game
moment?
type shit? Like that's
so you
that's,
feel like I don't do that shit no more. Like
not even that you
go
don't
to
do.
the
It's
extreme of it?
just in the moment. It's just in that for
But
that
do you
day.
go to the extreme of it?
Some people do.
Like with tattooing, for example.
Nah,
I'm not no damn tattooist. I'm really creative.
I talk myself back into it. Like nigga, I know. Like remember you. That's when the point where you got to remember who you are, remember what you've done. But most people can't necessarily do that.
But that's what I'm saying, bro. And I hate to keep connecting it to this, but wouldn't that come from something like drastic then? Like you've been fucking around being weird, or these dudes been playing with you the whole time. And
I don't know how you're
ended
making
up.
that tie. Like I'm sure someone maybe in the comments, especially when I post this as a clip, can make.
So
it
it's like,
tie.
all right, you get into the music game, right? And people like your sound or whatever.
Especially,
but
bro,
even with
especially for
Diddy,
Justin Bieber.
even
Justin
with Diddy,
Bieber
they
is one
said
thing.
Justin Bieber was around Usher and Diddy from the start, kind of, right?
Okay.
So what if it's like, all right, you're talented and you think you could sing. Not you, because I don't want to even use you, but the person. You think you could sing, and then you go around these guys, and they're like, oh my God, you're so... And they're singers, so now they're telling you, like, bro, you could sing mad good, whatever. So now you really think you could sing, but then they start doing weird shit with you, and as you grow up, you realize, like, damn, could I really sing, or was they just telling me that shit so they could get me to go in that room and close the door with them?
Jesse.
That's what I'm
Jesse
saying.
is reading between the lines.
That's
okay?
how. So I feel like it's either that side of it,
Yeah. Like a trauma response type shit.
Or it's like you've been getting picked so long,
Yeah.
you're not getting picked no more, so you're feeling like, damn, like this whole time I didn't really put as much work as I should have put in.
Okay.
And now it's showing because they ain't picking me no more.
Let me get back to. I get what you're saying. Let me get back to the comments. Is he describing imposter syndrome? Question mark. I hear a lot of celebrities feel this way. Someone else said, nah, he was deaf qualified with the Journals album. Another comment said, I pray he finds peace within himself. I pray he feels whole, and I pray for his healing. I pray the Lord covers him with love. Someone said, Haley, get off his page. This is wave. But to what you were saying, yeah, I get what you. I get that was pretty deep.
Yeah.
That was deep what you said. Like,
How long has he been in the game?
minute.
Because he's like 31 now.
He been in the game, like, I want to say he came in 5 years after Chris Brown. Chris Brown came in the game. He been in the game for 20 years.
So imagine,
like 15, like 15,
so
like,
imagine,
or 14. Or some shit
imagine
like that.
being 14 years old, and from 14 to like 28, it was some like always some borderline fake shit with you. Whether it was somebody telling you how to be, or the Diddy shit. And I don't even want to just put it on that, but or the Diddy shit, or you know, like you never even got the chance to put your creative mind to
I
work.
mean, I could say that. I
think
could
he
see
could do
Drake
that?
feeling that way, low key, but not really, because like the
that
numbers.
sounds like somebody that really has never.
Justin
got to
Bieber
put
has
his,
been successful.
No, he has, but
I mean,
that
like, it's not-
sounds like somebody that hasn't put their creative mind to work, or feels like.
You think so?
I've been like, kind of like, giving y'all the like, I don't know. It hasn't been 100% me. That gives like it does give imposter. It gives like I haven't been totally myself.
But imposter syndrome is like, okay, let's use Chris Brown, Justin Bieber, whoever. That's like them going on stage. Imposter syndrome is like them going on, like having a show and feeling like they can't sing, or they can't sing in front of thousands of people. That's imposter syndrome, and they've done it all their life.
But
like,
I'm saying
you know
mix somebody that feels like that with this Diddy shit that's happening.
Something
and all
happened
of
to him
the
or whatever?
all of the day people.
Well, it
that are
definitely
saying stuff in
fuels
the
that.
media.
It definitely fuels that
you know
narrative.
what I mean? So it's kind of like
That's why people are like hoping that he heals, hoping that
Yeah.
like whatever happened. Like, so it's like hopefully he comes to the, because like I don't know if you peeped. I'm sure you didn't peep, but like there was a I think it was on the set or some shit like that with Nickelodeon where they was talking about Dan Schneider and Drake Bell, the redhead. He
yeah.
came to talk about like, yo, he was molested.
I seen that, yeah.
Oh,
I seen
classic.
that, yeah.
But yeah, so it's like, but niggas would have never assumed that type shit. So it's like, if that could happen, obviously it's not far fetched for like a Justin Bieber to also like be.
That sounds like that to me. What he wrote sounds like that documentary a little bit. That Drake Bell.
Well, let me know in the comments whether y'all feel like.
And I'm not even being funny.
Like, no, I know.
I really hope that he's good, but it sounds like everything is getting to him, and now he feels like a fraud. I don't think he's a fraud either.
He's definitely he got there. That shit was earned.
Yeah,
not given. Type
Plus,
shit,
you was a kid, so whatever they did, like they if anything, they took advantage of you to a certain extent.
Right. But yeah, that's why that's why I said that's
hard.
That's Justin Bieber's cry for help, and that's not even the first time. There's pictures on the internet of him like taking pictures of like him like crying or like whatever. It's like you could tell his mental health, like on and off, his mental health is like either good or like
bad,
terrible. Like he just had a kid, so he's at the height of his mental health when he's like with his kid or whatever. But like
it's hard being a young celebrity too, bro, because when you grow up,
child
like,
star type
you
shit.
get a damn tattoo and they be like, oh, look at him with a tattoo.
Yeah,
like
that
you're
nigga tatted
getting
up.
judged different off of any little thing that you do. So I think it's funny.
Yeah, that's crazy. But hopefully Justin Bieber is all right or will be all right, and if not, hopefully he comes forward with anything that has happened in the past. And maybe he feels like, yo, you like thinking about that.
Think about his position.
Yeah,
bro,
like that's
if
different.
I come out, then half of the industry is gonna hate me because it's not even hate. And I'm not saying that, but then I gotta stand up in front of something.
I never thought about it like that because honestly, like I feel like he's in a situation, and correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, like he almost can't because like what would that do to his career?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It would probably kill it.
And I don't even think it would kill it, but it would shift it. It would be completely different. If something did happen, especially with the Diddy situation, it would shift it entirely. You know what I mean? Like because like think about the women that are coming out. Think about Cassie. You know what I mean? Like thank God she's doing her thing. I think she just got married or she's pregnant with another child. But Justin Bieber, like Drake Bell came out about his situation, like not at the prime of peak of his career or whatever. Justin Bieber coming out if something did happen, like I think that would benefit his situation because people would look at him.
Yeah, because he's at the what now like stage. I feel like Justin Bieber of his life, regardless of which way any of that other stuff goes. I feel like a significant amount of people are looking at him to see what he does next. So I feel like if that shit is true,
yeah. But it's a risk.
It doesn't
at the end of the day, it's the risk. Like,
I think
you know what I mean?
If it doesn't kill you, I think it could work because you could be so creative.
Right, but that's us thinking about it from our point of view. Yeah. But as far as him point of view and like the people around him or whatever, like that nigga is like, who know how many millions he has, type shit like that. So it's like, it's almost. I think it's almost too risky. To risk from his point of view. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Keeping it rolling, we are chatting up. This is like high key as far as the podcast we've had together. This is definitely one of my faves. Well, it's always tough when we link up because the conversations could just go anywhere.
Yeah.
So it's always
a lot of topics though.
That's a fact.
Ones.
That's a fact. I'm not gonna lie.
Different areas.
You know, the next one is Playboi Carti's album.
Oh my god.
Shit. Playboi Carti dropped this Friday. What is that? So 2 days ago, he dropped his I Am Music album. Jesse, thoughts? Talk about it. Let's hear it.
That whole the Playboi Carti, even the NBA YoungBoy, and it's crazy because I'm a music head, so I've tried NBA YoungBoy maybe 2 or 3 times to listen to his music and I just can't. I don't know what it is, but that Playboi is a disaster. I don't like it at all.
A disaster?
Headache music to me.
How y'all feel about the Playboi Carti album? Y'all let me know. 30 songs.
Yeah, too many. Yeah.
Yo, but let's talk about. So you feel like you didn't like the album? That's what it sounds like. What would you rate the album?
I don't like you. Just put me on the one song that I might think is okay.
Okay.
So I don't like a 1. I don't rate. It's low. It's not.
Damn,
I just don't like him, and I feel like.
Hold on. We got a comment on YouTube. What the fuck that say? Playboi Carti albums is Tyrone. Yo, Tyrone. I don't know who you is. Playboi Carti. Tyrone said Playboi Carti's album had hits and misses. It's like satanic. All right, but that nigga said, but you say it got hits and misses. Yo, say Tyrone. What would you rate the album? And what songs are the hits? But go ahead. Do you think?
No, it just sucks to me. It sucks. I think artists like Playboi Carti and them. Damn, I'm gonna sound bad. There should be like a rule in place for like they need like certain type of they need to meet like a feature requirement.
Which he
like
did.
The Playboi Carti.
He did. He had
Travis Scott's. Nah, they need certain people.
He had Travis Scott. He had Future.
Those people need certain people to make their
the album?
Yeah, just to smooth it out a little bit. Like it's just he's yelling. I don't know. It's off beat. It's on beat. It's satanic.
It's different.
I can't get with it.
Was it satanic? I didn't hear the satanic, but damn.
I feel like in the beat is always.
I mean, but that's Evil Jordan.
Satanic. Yeah, I don't.
That's Evil Playboi. Yo. This is a classic conversation. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think someone's cooking me. They said, "Is that Dave Blunt's?" Yo, is it like that?
What?
Someone said, "Is that Dave Blunt's?" I know that's a fat nigga. So it's like,
Who said that?
Craig Fitzgerald or whatever. Like, hey man, that's crazy. Cause I'm thinking I'm trying to get in the gym. That's what it is. I know Craig don't got no fucking hair. It's fine. We'll work out. Holla at me in summertime, nigga. I'm abs out. That's what I'm on. Someone named Rob said Playboi Carti's whack. Hold on. So Craig also said trash rap. Yo, Craig, what are we talking about? Right. Rob said rather listen to Tony Yayo in a Shxts mask.
There we go. Me too.
That ass?
Me too, Rob.
That's what it is.
Yep. Me too. And he
Tyrone,
rap for 2
Tyrone,
minutes.
you said Playboi Carti album had hits, but you rated it a 4 out of 10. How does that make sense? That had 1 hit? Damn. Tyrone also said Evil Jordan is probably my favorite. And then Craig says Shine after he got out of prison. That's what he's talking about us as far as the rapper?
Shine? The rapper Shine?
Yeah, the battle rapper.
Yeah, Craig lost me there.
No, but he's saying that like that. No, he's saying he's better than that. Like he's saying he's better than this Carti album type shit.
He still lost me with that.
You don't fuck with Shine?
Yeah, not after prison.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
I mean, hey,
now.
Craig,
He's
Craig,
Prime Minister.
Craig, I want to know if the Dave Blunts is a shot at me because I like now I'm like fucking my self-esteem is shot. But we push on. Playboi Carti album. He had Travis Scott. He had The Weeknd. He had Ty Dolla $ign came through out of nowhere. He had Young Thug. He had Uzi Vert. He had Future. I mean, the nigga had features on there. He had Skepta. I don't know, to my UK fucking YNs out there. He had Skepta on there.
He didn't have the right ones, man. I don't know.
Yo, but all right. So but wait, there's more. Cause nigga had with this album. Where is it? Nigga had. He had Carti's I Am Music. This album is the 7th biggest debut of all time on Spotify. Don't talk to him.
Yeah, he's a plant though.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't be that guy.
Bro, he's a plant.
Don't do that. Don't
you
do
can't.
that.
You gotta explain to me how he's nice. Then
you can't tell. You can't say how he's a plant. The nigga came out with Here's the thing. The nigga changed his whole sound. Cause he came out with that Magnolia joint.
I know.
And New York on Millie Rock. That shit. That nigga was, if he would stay on that course.
I don't like.
So you can't say he's a plant then.
Bro, but all of that stuff for him and NBA YoungBoy, I don't jack that. I don't jack it at all.
But here's my thing with Carti. I think Carti is a product. I think Carti is a product of fame and fortune and whatnot. They got famous. He doesn't sound like when he first came out. Same thing with Post Malone, but like Post Malone he got it. But as far as Playboi Carti is considered, he doesn't sound like he sounded when he first came out. So that makes me feel like he's not a plan at all. He just fell into a different. He just embraced the mumble rap. Honestly.
But wouldn't that, to me, I feel like you got on off of that shit and they said, hey, rap like this. That would make you a plant. And then he started rapping different.
What would make you a plant would be that niggas planted you in the industry.
No, that's not the only way to make somebody a plant.
Okay.
If you get signed to a major label and they're like, yo, this is what's happening here. We need you to rap like this. We're going to get you to rock stars, to this stars, put the numbers, and we're going to... That's also what I look at as plant. Okay. I don't really look at the plant thing as like somebody just straight up like running your whole operation. I just look at it more as like they giving you a lot more insight of what's going on and the direction of which way to go, and you listening to it because you're not as creative.
Rob said Skepta needs to get off the drugs, bro. Hey man, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know Skepta before the drugs. So
I don't know. Yeah,
Skepta. So Rob, are you from the UK?
That's what I'm saying.
Talk
What's
to
going
me.
on? Tell us more about Skepta.
Tyrone, rather listen to All Man by Fat Money. I don't know who that is, but you said LMAO at the end, so I think that was like some kind of joke. And then Rob also said rather listen to Hell Rel than Playboi Carti. Yo, I don't know how old y'all are, but I don't know who these niggas y'all are naming. Jared McCain said, dude said Fat Money, get him out, had me cracked up. So that obviously is a funny joke if you know who Fat Money is. Classic. Y'all keep sending comments and opinions and questions and whatnot. We are doing this live, so we are responding in real time and whatnot. But back to Playboi Carti. Nigga had the 7th biggest album of all time on Spotify. Don't talk to him.
I don't care. who got the biggest album of all time?
I don't fucking know. Look it up, nigga. I don't know that shit, but I'm telling you what Carti did. This album had the 7th biggest debut album of all time, and that's crazy. You can't say that's not crazy. That's top. So that makes this a top 10 debut album. Not that it's not a debut album, but like first day drop. Like niggas was on it. So like that brings me to the question: why do people love? If this album is a 1 to you, why are people on Carti so heavily?
Well, did you like Certified Lover Boy?
Yes.
All right. Well, that's in the top 5 of debuts.
Okay, that makes sense.
The first 3 is Taylor Swift.
Oh, that's such a flex. Oh my God, that pisses me off. But that, not even that doesn't piss me off, but that is such a flex. The first 3 biggest debut, that makes sense too. Yeah. But damn, Taylor Swift. Yo, I can't imagine what it means to be like to be her. She's a billionaire, and then she got the first top 3. She competed with herself. Yo, Taylor is nuts. That's so crazy.
Top 5, Bad Bunny's 5.
I'm not too surprised, but that's also crazy.
Yeah, but that's why I don't care about that stuff.
No, you should care because that's your problem. No. Because you don't care about historical shit. They making history.
I mean, yeah.
Like Tory Lanez dropping an album from prison. That's hip hop rap history.
Yeah, but so how much? What I'm saying is, in these days, history is happening every single goddamn day.
You're right.
They're recreating history
you're right.
When I grew up, it wasn't like that. It'd be like 10, 15, 20 years. It's a new one. It's every day now. So they find a way. Like, LeBron will score 40, and somebody did it 18 times, but LeBron did it with 36.2 minutes, and they did it in 39 minutes. Like they're doing in 2025. They're finding every way to like title something. It's ridiculous. They are, bro.
You wild out.
They are doing that.
I'm not gonna let you wild out with
bro, they doing that with everything.
You wild out.
They're doing that. They're doing it with everything.
You could have did it more accurately. No. The way you did it, dead ass.
They're doing it with everything.
You didn't do that accurately. You said if LeBron did it with more time.
They're doing it. What I'm saying is they're making it so they're recreating the title definitions every day.
So bringing it back to Jokic. Doing it. So bringing it back to Jokic. That nigga just did like a 30, 20, 10.
That's the first time ever.
Okay, does he not deserve his flowers?
Because did you hear the word I said?
Yeah, nigga, ever.
Not the first time in the last 3 years that somebody's did it. No. In the month of March. That's what I'm saying is. What I'm saying is the measurement is starting to change now.
My problem with you is that you're a LeBron hater.
I grew up.
Nobody ever touched 50,000 fucking points.
No, they
ever.
didn't. They didn't.
Okay, so give him his
that.
flowers then.
That's fine. But this is
Fuck's
year.
we talking about?
All right, so now, but then when we break down GOATs, we've got it now.
At 40 is ever.
Listen,
At 40 is ever.
Listen, 40, he's only played 60-something games. Jordan played a full season. Boom. Jordan only played 15 years. LeBron is in year 21. Boom. Jordan had 3 rings in a row, left, could have went to the majors in baseball, came back and played 3 more years. Boom. Jordan. LeBron, every team he's went to, he's got to talk to the management and said, get me this player, this player, this player. When Jordan played, that management said, get the fuck out my face. You're a player, we're management. Go. They hated him. So there's a lot of different measurements. What I'm saying is, in these years today, they're finding more of reasons to make a title where it's like, you scored 40, you did it for a whole year, but I scored 45 and I averaged it in a month. And they don't say, but LeBron did it for a year. They'll say, hey, James Harden averaged 40 in September. That's crazy. But they're not talking about the guy that did it for a year or did it for 5 years straight. Like, they're adding more to the title to put more people's names up here.
Let me ask you this.
I don't agree with that.
Let me ask you this. When when Michael Jordan won his 6 rings, was he playing the same level of people?
I love that.
You love that?
I love that.
When
I love that analysis. When you Google the top 75 players ever in the NBA history, when you go through that list, at least 40 of them are going to be from LeBron's era. And only maybe 1 or 2 of them have a ring. I mean Jordan's era, sorry. Maybe 1 or 2 of them have a ring. Versus, now listen.
That's what?
No, you're not listening.
Nah, go ahead, listen.
LeBron
listening.
So you want to talk about it. Jordan shut it down, whereas LeBron, the fact of the matter is, we navigate winning, bro. If you went to the NBA Finals 10 times, and you win 4 times, and you lose 6 times, you're a fucking loser, bro. You're a loser.
Again,
yes, you could be the greatest ever, but you are a loser.
That's crazy for you to say.
Yes.
Because again, if you're playing a bunch of first graders in the championship.
So how did they make it to the top 70? How did 40 of them make it to the top 75 best players ever? Ever.
All right, so what?
Ever. The top 75 ever. 40 of them are at least 40 of them are from Jordan's era.
All right, but
didn't get a ring.
But did Jordan?
Because of Jordan. Didn't get a ring.
But did Jordan play them niggas?
Yes.
No. Jordan played
Patrick Ewing.
Yeah.
Isaiah Thomas. Right? He played Isaiah Thomas, right? We can go back to the beginning.
You're not even 40 of them.
He played Larry Bird. He played Magic Johnson.
He lost to Larry Bird every time we talked about this.
He played Clyde. We're talking about the people he played against. He played Clyde Drexler.
He didn't play Larry Bird he didn't play Larry Bird in the championship.
He played Sean Kemp. He played Gary Payton. I could keep going. He played a lot of people in those championships.
He didn't play Larry Bird in the championship. That's a lie.
And on the road to the championship, the Knicks. But the Boston Celtics was still good after Larry Bird. They had 5-6 superstars.
I'm going based on what you're saying. You're saying now they were good after Larry Bird. You named Larry Bird, so that takes away from your point of him being in the top 75.
They had 5-6 superstars on that team. I'm saying, they talk about Jordan playing against the era he played against. What I'm saying is, if it was such a down era, how is that many players still listed on the top best players ever?
Rob said, yeah, he was off the drugs late 2000s and then started associating with Diddy and them lot. And started dressed like a broad.
Who's he talking about? Because he was talking
Rob,
about...
who are you talking about? Are you talking about Justin Bieber?
Rob's drunk.
Rob! You know so funny? I was thinking of this earlier. But this was Rob Dassey. That would be so funny. I know it's not. But Rob, who are you talking about? You're not talking about Justin Bieber. You said, yeah, he was off the drugs late 2000s. Are you talking about Playboi Carti? I don't even know because Playboi Carti, he wasn't out. Nah. Oh. And then started associating with Diddy, and then maybe he's talking about Justin Bieber because Justin Bieber was like.
But wasn't Justin Bieber wasn't an adult at Diddy right off the grip?
Huh?
But Justin Bieber was with Usher, and then Diddy right out the gate, right? It wasn't like.
I don't know about Diddy. I know Usher. Obviously, that's how he got on.
The story. Then they say Usher brought him to Diddy.
Maybe I don't know. I don't want to spread false news. I'm just like, as far as me, you might be right with what you're saying. I just don't know. I don't know him to be off the drugs in the 2000s though. Rob, what's your source?
You're right. I don't know him to be. You're right. He was.
I can see. Yeah, he was dumb young. He was in high school then.
We didn't know he was. Yeah, you're right.
But yeah, we appreciate the commentary, and Let's keep going. You know what's funny? I was trying to find a LeBron fan to cook your ass, but niggas was not like the one that I found was Chris. Shout out to Chris.
The thing that
Chris was like,
LeBron
I'm not going
fans,
on the podcast.
LeBron fans, there's people that literally just hate LeBron. I'll give them that.
Mm-hmm.
But they're LeBron fans, LeBron stans make people have to kind of hate LeBron because they overdo it sometimes too. I'm not just gonna say they always overdo it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm in the middle, bro. I get what you're saying, but there are some people that will stand LeBron so much that it makes you have to like talk bad about him too. But ultimately, I literally don't think
Drake can be said about Drake.
All like skill set, I think he's the best we ever seen. All around the border. But I still think Jordan's just the GOAT, just the demand for win, like the stories,
that you said that,
every
like,
game,
back to
every
back.
time six, every time we got to the finals, anytime we got to 10 points, Jordan had a whole thing in his mind that he set and he did, and like so for it to work, and we see, oh damn, he won 6 without losing.
But do you think deadass though? Like you think Jordan played better niggas than in the championship?
I don't think that. I wouldn't say that
You
he
think
played better.
the Warriors?
But I also think that LeBron teamed up with way more superstars than Jordan ever teamed up with. Because you got to think.
The only superstar you got D Wade.
This is what makes me mad. The only superstars: Kyrie, AD, Luka, D Wade, Chris Bosh. J.R. Smith and them was at that level right then and there. If you watch any Melo interview, he was pissed when J.R. Smith and Iman Shumpert got traded to LeBron. So no, they wasn't necessarily superstars, but they was right there.
You're wildin'.
They was right there. They wasn't Kyle Korvers.
Nah, I get it. But you're wild. Say that superstars is wild.
Nah, they wasn't Kyle Korvers.
You said Shumpert. You say Iman Shumpert too.
They was right underneath.
They likable. They honorable mentions. I guess. No, they are. They're honorable mentions. That's what they are.
They do more for your team than a Steve Kerr or a John Paxson because they got to play defense. Iman Shumpert made it so LeBron didn't have to guard certain people. They do more than a Steve Kerr or a John Paxson or a Horace Grant. Or these are all Jordan's supporting cast too, just so you know.
But I'm saying though, like he also had Scottie Pippen. He also had fucking
the
best rebounder in
history.
Not history.
That's all he had, and it took a while for them to get him. And he came.
Rodman too.
LeBron. That's it. Rodman and Scottie Pippen. Who else?
And Steve Kerr.
Steve Kerr is no better than having J.R. Smith or Shumpert.
All right, so then put them in that category then.
And then, all right, so now we start with who
we
start with who did LeBron have.
And you're also
he went to Miami with Bosh and Wade. He came back with Kyrie and Kevin Love. He went to LA.
You didn't say Kevin Love. You meant to say Kevin Love? Kevin Love is that come on. Kevin Love, that is that guy?
And Kevin Love is a superstar more than J.R. Smith or Shumpert or Kerr or Horace Grant.
Kevin Love is more of a superstar than Shump and Iman. Shump and J.R. Smith. Yeah. I don't know if that's factual. Because the only time Kevin Love been on in the conversation is when he's next to LeBron. Because when he's not next to LeBron,
when he was on Minnesota, he was What?
What would he do?
Are you kidding me?
What'd he do? What'd he do?
I'm just about to tell you his career stats, just to say the career.
Might as well. You need to. At the end of the day, I just hope the sound is sounding good. I'm gonna get new mics before summertime, but like right now, I can only tell after the fact. So y'all let me know if the sound is sounding good. We out here.
16 and 10. 16, 10, 3 assists.
You saying that's what he was averaging?
Yeah, that's his career. So throughout his career, he averaged.
Nothing else. Oh, like I said, that one with him and The Weeknd. Not like a crazy slapper. Definitely the best joint on there. Kendrick is on there 2 times. Yeah. Let's discuss that. Hopefully this shit is recording well because I don't know what's going on with the Wi-Fi. I think the Wi-Fi actually just went back. But if this album is a 1, why are people, especially Kendrick, So
I don't know that answer. I want to ask you that too, but not to don't.
nigga,
get,
you cut
I
me
don't
off.
think
So
that's,
what? Can you ask me the question?
The question I feel like is why are people so attracted to Carti? Is that where you was going with it?
Pause. But yeah.
Yeah. So I wouldn't give the credit to Kendrick doing what he did to Drake because I feel like people have been attracted to Carti before that too. Those same kinds of people. I don't know that.
Kendrick
though.
hasn't.
No, not Kendrick. No, but everybody else. So this would be smart too for Kendrick in a sense because he's so popular.
Dumb smart.
Yeah.
Dumb smart for Kendrick because
I don't logically.
especially
I don't
when you're
know
telling
why.
when yo man.
Like what would put logically? Like
as far as the other niggas, I don't know. As far as the
even-
Weeknd, as far as
even
Future,
even Kendrick. Like
nah, Kendrick makes sense because
Why?
he like nigga is like it makes the most sense as far as a smart point of view.
Just
Like,
because of so
like
many
he
people
predicted,
like him,
yeah,
or-
he predicted that he knows that the people are going to buy into this Playboi Carti shit.
Okay.
Like he knows that
Okay.
more. I didn't know that shit.
Because
was
I just
gonna
looked at it
debut.
like musically and all of that is kind of like one. I can't see how you
Like,
can
from
say
a business
I like
standpoint,
that kind of music.
Like from a business standpoint, like it's like stocks. Like it's like him being able to predict
Yeah.
how the stock is
Walmart's
gonna
about
do.
to go
Yeah,
high,
it's gonna
go
up.
put
Like
stock in the
a regular
Walmart.
nigga, like isn't like unless you're a Cardi fan, you're
When
like,
did Kendrick do that though?
huh?
Kendrick did that this year, didn't he?
As far as being smart.
No, as far as saying that about when did he say that about Cardi? He been said that.
As far as about Cardi, I thought you were talking about as far as making the smart plays, like because he's done that. But as far as about Cardi, what do you mean say that about Cardi?
Like when was Kendrick on record saying that about Cardi? What year?
What? Say what?
Like he's one of them ones. Didn't he say that? Like
He
Cardi is
didn't.
one of
Nah,
them? Didn't
he.
verbally
I
say
don't
that?
think.
No?
I don't think he said that. He said that Cardi is his evil twin.
When did he say it? What year?
No, he
Recently?
said it on that
Okay.
song. He said it on like that was,
Oh,
it was
on
a lyric.
that song. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think he talked about Playboi Carti as a in an interview or whatever. But it makes sense. Honestly, it just depends on how you want to go with it. But it's smart, just like the Super Bowl is smart, and obviously, like I mean, it's skeptical or it's rumored that Drake has denied playing or declined playing at the Super Bowl or whatever. But every move that Kendrick has made, in my opinion, has been dumb smart. Mm-hmm. Whether it's been the Super Bowl, whether it's been the bop of Not Like Us, whether it's been the SZA, whether it's been putting Serena Williams in the Super Bowl with SZA, and just Uncle Sam,
No, you're
Samuel
right.
Jackson.
So there's definitely got to be a calculated move.
I think it's dumb smart because like whether obviously Playboi Carti is not a lyrical artist and obviously Kendrick Lamar is a lyrical artist, it's smart because he somehow knew this was gonna do crazy numbers. Yeah. So it's like he didn't drop the like probably in the top 10 as far as like debut.
But I think this is also
albums.
a Drake move too, in a certain sense.
I mean,
feel
yes.
Like Kendrick kind of raps
fuck
like
it,
Playboi.
fuck
like
it,
Carti.
but it is
like Drake is the same thing as
it is and it isn't because
it's
of
the same thing as Kendrick saying you go down to
hell no.
Atlanta
See,
and you rap
yo,
like
you
Future,
are devil's advocate.
But you
are
really,
devil's advocate.
But you really leave Future in the rap.
See,
just like Kendrick probably really
thing.
leaves Cardi. So
No.
you just kind of did the same. That's not the way Kendrick raps.
No. So like my thing is that I'm thinking you and Quasi would be like clash, but you and Quasi might be on the same page, honestly. But
No. I listen and I'm.
What you just said
argue doesn't. All of my arguments isn't all of my side.
Right.
Either. Like
you playing devil's advocate.
If you get so hard on the side, I'm gonna ask the other questions.
Because the thing is that but he does that though. Too. But the thing is that the difference between first of all, the big difference is that Drake gets them Atlanta niggas on his albums and his projects, his songs, whatever. Kendrick didn't get Playboi Carti on his song or his album. Kendrick just gave him the feature. So you're basically you really feel like none of them don't feel like they need Drake for an album, like in those situations. No, I'm not saying that.
Really
I'm not saying
like,
that.
oh, okay,
I'm just saying that Drake feels like, unfortunately, he needs them niggas as opposed to Kendrick.
I don't know if I believe that. I don't know if I agree with that. I feel like I would put that more into his creative.
Did you hear this 100 gigs like EP? It had 21 on it. It had Thug on it. It had Lil Baby on it.
No, that's his bop. I know that. That's his bop. But
that came out after Not Like Us.
What I'm saying is, I don't think that I don't think that it could be looked at like that.
I'm just saying that he's proven that point.
I feel like
he might
Drake,
not feel like he needs them for. I mean, maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. But he's proving that point. Just like he's proven the point that Kendrick is more for the culture. The culture more fucks with Kendrick than Drake. I think that's been proven this year.
Yeah.
As far as as far as Playboi Carti and Kendrick is considered, I don't know how, but the nigga knew that shit was gonna do numbers. And it's a slap in the face to Drake when Drake says like drop. Kendrick is dropping.
Yeah, but I feel
He's
like
still dropping.
Yeah, but I feel like it's easier than that. Like it's not that calculated of an idea you got to think of. It's kind of like we know.
SZA.
What I'm saying,
and now he's on 2 songs of Playboi fucking Carti.
Everything you just said
He
doesn't
didn't
have
need
nothing
to have on Playboi Carti song.
It doesn't. But if 50% of Playboi Carti people are punk rock people that don't listen to rap at all, and they like Kendrick sounding a little bit like Playboi, then Kendrick just picked up more followers. So if that's not if you feel like that's not any of the calculations
no, it
of why
is,
he's doing
but
it,
it's a part of.
That's what
like,
I'm saying. Yeah.
But it's not the same thing.
It is a victory lap. Yeah, you won. Cool.
Right.
But
But
how
it's not
much
the same thing as Drake.
how much shit is gonna happen that we just keep connecting
Listen,
to this?
here's the thing. Here's the difference. Here's another difference because there's mad differences, but here's another difference. When Drake was making the claims about Kendrick did not prove none of Drake's claims. Drake claimed accused Kendrick of assaulting his wife or whatever. He accused the fucking Dave Free of being the real family, the real dad of his kids. Nigga had on Not Like Us, his wife. Nigga had
Yeah,
their
but
kids.
his wife is not his wife either. They're not married. Still.
Girlfriend.
So but
Beyonce.
that's still the argument now. Because if
Fuck
you get
you
a woman, if you get a woman in here and you say, hey, if you've been with a man for over 10 years and he didn't marry you, there's different levels to that. Like, why aren't they married?
You didn't say shit just now.
Bro, what I said is, could that mean that some of what Drake was saying about their situation be correct? He doesn't have to prove it. You've been with this girl for...
No. He
Bro,
was saying
if you get a female right here
wait.
and you tell the female, hey, you've been with a man for over 10 years and you've been his fiance and you're not married yet, why is that? Is she gonna claim that? Oh, it doesn't matter.
Listen, because you missed. I don't know what I get. I think I get that you're saying the point that they're not married yet.
Yeah,
but
so
the
that
point
means
was
that
Drake's claim was not that they're not married yet. Drake's claim is that he was beating his wife or his girl.
That doesn't mean that that's not a possibility. What
His
I'm
girl,
saying is,
if you're saying that right now and then, if that is the case. Most likely, you're not gonna pop up on a Not Like Us.
But also you're not married.
Video,
you're popping up on Not Like Us.
You're popping on the video,
posting
up with him, and then dancing with. Yeah,
because you're rocking with your man. That's what you.
So if you're getting beat, you're not likely. Most likely, that's not what's happening.
Bro, not for nothing, bro. That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
Okay.
That's bullshit.
Okay.
On many levels. That's bullshit.
So you think if a woman's getting beaten by her man?
I just feel like that's not something that can. No.
Okay.
No.
Break it down. Then break it down.
Because you're standing behind a multi-million-dollar man or whatever, and if you was doing something and you was gonna leave him, you would have left him. You're still with him, but that doesn't mean that you haven't had different things in your life.
So it doesn't
happened.
So it doesn't prove the fact.
He could have smacked the shit out of you one good time, and that could have been the story Drake got. That's still the truth.
But I get what you're saying.
What I'm saying is what you're saying is it looks like,
but it looks bad. But it looks like a false narrative.
What does it make it look like when you've been with somebody for over 10, 15 years and you're fiance and you're not married?
Yeah, that's a lot of couples are like that. Like we've been together.
Yeah, but what
y'all been fiancés or whatever for that.
No. Come on, honestly, what would they say about that?
That if they, I don't know how long they've been engaged.
If
they're even engaged, are they engaged?
Yes, they've been engaged for over 10. What would they say about being engaged for over 10 years to a man?
I thought you didn't respect what they say.
What? No,
but I'm listening to what they say.
But now I'm talking to Jelani, who says what they say. What would they say? I just want an honest answer. The majority of they. What would they say
about someone who's
been being engaged to somebody for over 10 years and not being married? What would they say? Honestly, I'm gonna tell you,
he's not trying to get married.
Okay, so then it would be looked at as like, what is going on? So for the rest of everything else, that
Fuck
Bro,
that
if,
mean?
when you're in a rap beef, obviously Kendrick has said things that weren't the truth about Drake too. So it's not. So it's not about the truth.
What did he say that was
You
true?
sound like a Kendrick stan now, being
No,
a Drake fan.
I'm just being non-biased.
No,
nigga.
what
You
I'm
should try
saying
it.
is, you called him a pedophile.
Okay. Guess what, nigga? On top of that,
So it's the same. No, stop.
What you mean?
The same thing.
I have a point for you now.
No, but the point is gonna go down the same avenue as me saying Kendrick has been engaged to his wife and been engaged and not married.
Doesn't go down the same
Drake
avenue.
has not been convicted of dating or being with a younger. So the definition of pedophile is what?
Can I rebuttal? The nigga that has on wax has invited
That's just because what you're saying is just like me saying you've been engaged for 10 years, bro.
No, it's not.
That's not a pedophile.
No, the equivalence is
pedophile.
Listen, the equivalence is Diddy committing domestic abuse to Cassie because we saw it.
Stay on Drake and that. Tell me
Yes,
how.
I was just giving you the
pedophile.
comparison.
Yeah.
Now I'm giving you the real shit. Drake is on wax, bringing a girl onto the stage. He knew. He asked her how old she is. She said that she's under 18. He kisses the girl, knowing that she's under 18. Whole time he's like 25 or whatever the fucking case may be. That is what, Jesse?
No, it's not.
That is what?
That's not the case.
Now you about to look bad on the internet.
But no, it's not. I'm not about to look bad on the internet. I'm not because I'm one.
Hey,
We just know.
17.
We know she's 17 because of what?
Because she said she was 17.
No, that's what the dude said.
No,
Isn't that what the dude said?
No. It was at a concert. He asked her, "Yo, why do you look like that?" And he asked, "Well, how old are you? You 17? At that age, like how you look like that at 17? Like there's a whole clip I can show you after the podcast." Mm-hmm. And then they're like, "Fuck it, I'm kissing this bitch because she's fine at 17."
So that's what makes him not the read that.
Let me read it.
Read it, please, out loud.
All right, out loud.
Come on, bro.
In
It's
the-
like the legal age of consent is between what ages? Read it. It's right there. It's
I'll read it.
You Google. What's the legal age? So I'm saying by definition. Go ahead.
In the United States, the legal age of consent varies by state. Mm-hmm. Typically,
so we would need to know where this lady's from, where they did it at,
Typically-
so there's more content we would need.
It was in Toronto.
There was more context, so then we could Google that. Let's find that out.
But Jesse, do you get the point or not?
No, because that's not the point though. What I'm saying is that's not the truth. It's if the legal age,
kind of co-signing.
There we go. No, I'm not co-signing it. I'm being straight up. I'm crossing the T's and dotting the I's. The legal age of consent in Toronto is how old?
It says 16.
All right. How old did you say that girl was?
17.
So would that be pedophilia? What you just described to me?
Okay. I guess.
No, okay,
Right.
so that's what I'm saying.
Hey.
All I'm saying is that there's the days, the naysayers, the this, the that.
Yo,
I'm
Jesse,
not letting my 19-year-old daughter.
You're gonna get up in the comments.
It doesn't matter because I know in real life I'm not letting my 19-year-old daughter be with somebody that's way older. Cool, but what I'm saying is
not pedophilia.
by that, no, it's not. So then he lied on the man in a song, correct?
No.
Oh, all right.
Because the nigga said A minor. You probably prefer A minor because at the end of the day you're still 17.
You called him a pedophile with no context. There's not the context.
No, he said certified lover boy, certified pedophile.
The girl was 17.
That's a good bar.
It just told you the legal age of consent in Toronto. So that's not pedophilia. So now what's the next thing that we want to bring up? That would make it pedophilia.
No, it wouldn't. You wouldn't. Technically, you would not be pedophilia, but that technically still would be A minor. And by New York's fucking standards, it would be pedophilia because again, it's under 18. So it's like yes, you can kind of like wiggle room, but it's also
New York is 17.
Again, but bro, I get that you're not. This is not your stance. But Drake to do all this, he would look like a weirdo.
But what I'm saying, so now bring it back to what I'm saying. If you're not married to your wife and you've been with her for over 10 years, then that's still the same. What you just did is the same thing I'm doing because it's not pedophilia. The legal age of consent is 16. The girl said she was 17.
Bring what you're doing, what he's doing.
What I'm saying is you're not. So if I say you beat your wife, or those are reasons why you might not not be married. So no, it's not totally true, but it's not true either. Right? You're not saying, you didn't come out and say, I never beat my wife.
I'm going to send you the screenshot, niggas. In the comments, because it's crazy.
No, it's not about eating. It's about what you choose to think is what I'm going to use or not.
Brother,
what you're saying, your whole point was just false. You said he brought a whole 17-year-old on, and then you said she was from Toronto. I showed you the 17-year-old. Yeah. If the legal age of consent in Toronto is 16.
Okay.
So she's not a minor.
Is she not a minor?
She's not in Toronto. She's not. Your parents can't get. You can mess with that person, and the parents can't get you in trouble, right? Okay. I'm just going by the laws, right? By the laws of how we see it, So cool. When you're married to somebody, usually, right after how many years you get what? Married, right? Okay. So the world will think, damn, if you're engaged for 10, 15 years, what the fuck is going on with you guys? Why you ain't married yet? No, bro, that's what majority would say. Just like what I'm saying is wrong, majority of the people are going to say what? What are majority of the people going to say about me saying what I said about her being legal?
Majority of people are not going to say.
They're going to say I'm bugging.
As far as the marriage joint is considered, they're going to say he doesn't want to marry her. That's not gonna say that he's beating her.
That's you taking.
That's a reach.
That's you taking Kendrick's side, because if we got 10 females, if we had 10, Jelani, you've been doing this long enough to know if you got 10 different females in this chair and say your man proposed or you got engaged in 1999, it's 2025 or 2005. Let's just say. So what is that? That makes it what? 16, 17 years. He didn't marry you. Are you still with him? Most of them girls are gonna say what, bro?
Why aren't y'all married?
What is going on? Why am I? Hell no. But I would not. It wouldn't have.
How does that equate to domestic abuse?
It doesn't. It's not about the domestic. It's about the optic of what I'm making you believe, bro. My rap makes you think that, right? You rap. You literally. I just had to show you that the legal age of consent in Toronto was 16.
And it didn't do much.
But I'm saying before that little clip was enough. Oh my God, she's 17. But he can't go to jail for it. So it's not pedophilia, but. We would believe, hell no, you're not supposed to mess with no 17, but you can't get in trouble for it. So it's still some people would believe that it's not, all right, it still doesn't matter, it's cool. Some people will bring up what I just did. They'll say legal age of consent.
Where the fuck is Rob, Tyrone, and fucking Jared now?
Boom. So for the Drake thing, it's like, I didn't all the way lie, but I didn't all the way tell the truth, but I didn't all the way lie too. It's up to the optics. People are going to look and be like, well, shit. Damn, he has been with her for 15 years. Maybe he did. Maybe that's the reason why they're not married. Now, do you see how the point of you hit your girl comes into play? It's optics, bro. It's not that you got to be right on point. It's optics. I'm going to say all these things, and my fans are going to put it all together, and they're going to be like, oh, that's why they're not married. And then it hits. Boom. Drake, you was on the stage with a 17-year-old and you said this, and I can show you the video, and majority of the world is not going to Google what the legal age of consent in Toronto is. They're just going to call you a pedophile. So it's the optics.
One's less of a reach, one's more of a reach.
But it's still optics. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying that they both, one's less of a reach, but one's more like safe for like, you really are married and you really are, versus me I'm not going to come out and call somebody a pedophile.
No, you're not. Obviously, you're not. But if there's evidence, especially if you're in rap beef, and there's evidence that like says like, oh, not only is the 17-year-old, did you invite a 17-year-old onto your tour on stage and you kissed her? Not only that, but you in fucking Millie Bobby Brown's when she's under 18, under 17, whatever the case would be, is and saying that you miss her or whatever. Not only that, there's this that like you like that you're about to be 40 something. You only looking at 20. You still rapping about 21, 23-year-olds or whatever the case would be. Is like, you know what I mean? It just there's way more there's way more evidence.
Everything you just said though is optics.
No, you said that.
Everything you just said is you optics.
No, I said that. I said there's one more of a reach and there's one less of a reach.
You're gonna be able to spin it and take it over there because you like Kendrick. And if you're cool with Drake, you can spin it and take. The fact is, both people are spinning. Both people are spinning it. There's some spinning it this way, some people spinning it this way. Yeah, that's all it is.
But at the end of the day, is who made it work better? One was more of a reach, and one was less of a reach.
But in what eyes? It doesn't work better as what? I mean, I'm
Did
pretty
Drake
sure.
lose the beef? Did Drake lose the rap?
He lost the beat, but it wasn't. He just got a whole bunch of number ones. You did Spotify. What was Drake number one on Spotify for this year? So he's not necessarily losing. It's optics. It's optics. You could find your different things to make him the loser, and I could find different things to make him the.
I didn't say he was losing in life.
No, he did lost that beef. Yes,
to Kendrick. Yeah, like we're not talking about his fucking the song that the R&B album that he dropped after the beef.
No. He
in
lost.
rap, that would also.
But what I'm
lost.
saying is they both did the same thing. Kendrick's just hit harder. That's all. They both did the same thing, though. To me, as far as the truth being 100% the truth versus what could kind of be the truth because I seen this and I heard this and you tweeted this and all of that could be made up to this. That's what they both did to me.
Okay. I'm not mad at that.
Kendrick's was just more. Kendrick's was better. Kendrick's was definitely better.
It was less of a reach, and it was better.
It was better.
And it was less of a reach, but it's all right.
And I only think that you could say Kendrick's was less of a reach because Kendrick was more quiet than Drake. Like, Drake was more out loud. Kendrick had more things to pull from, more clickbait, more things to look at, versus Kendrick just sitting in a corner somewhere. Like, before that, a lot of Kendrick's, what do you say to all the Kendrick interviews that says Drake is one of the best rappers ever? And like, what do you say to those points when people say that?
What do you?
I seen like a whole compilation of different Kendrick interviews, bigging the shit out of Drake up. Like,
what do I say to that?
Yeah, like, what do you say to that?
What am I supposed to say to that? Like he's giving him credit where credit is due.
So then ultimately it's like, cool, I lost to you, but I must be one of them
they both have done that though. Like Drake brought Kendrick on tour.
Yeah, Kendrick didn't do nothing for Drake.
But Drake bringing him on tour shows. I'm saying that Drake bringing him on tour shows that Drake saw the talent in Kendrick,
and he helped
and respected.
But he helped too. Help is one of the words that would be in that sentence too. Kendrick never helped Drake.
They both have had them. They both featured on each other's songs.
Yeah, but
Kendrick is on Take Care.
Kendrick never helped Drake. In my eyes, no. Like, Kendrick being not crazy yet, and here come on tour. That's help.
Okay,
like
but
not the feature. When we go to feature wise, that's different.
That speaks to the respect.
No, it is. But that
means that Drake respected Kendrick more than Kendrick respected Drake.
Respectfully, cool. I'm cool with that. But then what my statement was simple. Kendrick never helped Drake. Drake helped Kendrick.
But your initial statement was that simple. He had we were talking about respect level.
It was respect, but
okay, but so Drake has more respect for Kendrick than Kendrick has respect for Drake.
And then that'd be weird because the nigga, you don't respect the nigga that helped you more than the nigga that helped you respects you. You didn't help him, he helped you.
Why is that weird?
That's weird as fuck to me.
Nah, that's not weird. If the nigga let's use Trump as an example. What? Do you respect Trump?
No.
Okay, but the nigga Trump has put money in hands of like Kodak Black, Lil Pump, different rappers.
He helped me.
No, I understand. So
me specifically. I'm talking specifics.
So should those niggas that have done performances that have gotten paid from Trump respect Trump?
Yes.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Kodak should respect Trump because your ass was sitting in a jail cell. Whatever, you was eating bullshit food. Mm-hmm. For 23 hours, you was sitting down. Your ass was hurting. You got up for an hour. He got you out of jail.
As a pawn.
You should. So what? You gotta at least respect him for that much. Okay. How? Come on, man. Come on. That much?
So you should respect him
for that much.
So you should respect
for that much. Yes. Yes.
Wait for it. So you should respect him because he used you as a pawn.
No, you should respect him because you were sitting in jail for 23 hours.
And he let you out.
And he got you out.
For the black vote.
And you're out. And you're not back in. And you're out. You didn't go back when Joe Biden became president. You're out. You're all the way out. Yes, you should respect him for that. Or you could be Nelson Mandela and just sitting there. Cool. I understand that standpoint. But if you get out and you take that out, you should respect him for getting you out.
But should you? So should you be a Trump supporter after that?
No.
That's what it ends up. That's what Kodak Black, Lil Pump, they all end up being. They don't just quote unquote respect them. Yeah, they also endorse him.
That's different. No.
Okay.
No.
All right. So I'm just making sure.
You should respect him at least for the simple fact that you was just sitting in a jail cell and nobody or your own millions couldn't get you out of jail. He got you out.
Okay.
Yes, you gotta have respect for that.
My question. So then let's phrase it. Let's use Jesse. If somebody uses Jesse as a pawn, do you respect them afterwards? If they gave you,
You got to give me more context.
If they gave you seemingly a good opportunity, if they gave you seemingly a good opportunity, like a job opportunity, or whatever, but they were only doing it because you're black,
Yeah.
and they needed somebody black to fill the quota, but there are racists. I'm literally painting Donald Trump.
But if it helped,
Do you respect them because they used you as a pawn?
But if it helped propel me to the next level of whatever I was going to, then I'm a respect. I don't know. I don't
Kendrick,
know.
No, I'm saying Kendrick. Or not Kendrick. Kodak Black. What the fuck did
he's out of jail? That's it. You are not
propel him to the next anything.
How many people? It doesn't matter. You're out of jail.
Oh, I'm just using your words.
You just literally said that Tory Lanez did something from jail that nobody else could do.
Right.
So if Kodak was in jail, under that circumstances, how would his music be going? Probably. Would he be selling? Would he be getting money? Would he be cool? So you gotta respect the person for that much. That's all I'm saying. That's it. Just surface level. So for me, if I'm doing basketball camps at George Washington school, and then all of a sudden the YMCA sees that I'm doing camps at George Washington, and they see the people that I'm pulling in, and they want me to do it there at a bigger thing, but I got 3 gyms now, so I got more opportunity. But if the Y gets me there, they get grant money. I still respect them because they put me in the light to show the world or whoever else that I could do more than George Washington would allow me to do. It's still a respect to a certain level.
No, I get it.
Now, I still feel like
you're more saying
forget job because y'all trying to use it.
I feel like you're saying you're confusing respect with appreciate.
Okay.
That's what it sounds like to me. And if you say appreciate,
but I still respect that though too. I still respect the gesture.
I'm saying but do you respect Donald Trump? If you do respect Donald Trump, who is pushing abolishing DEI,
I don't respect Donald Trump.
I don't. Deporting
everyone. You don't even gotta explain it. I get where you're going with this, and I understand it, and you're right to a certain extent, but I still like just surface. I feel like surface level, you just gotta respect him for what he did for you, personally. When you spoke on the Kodak situation, now looking at it as a people, if it's like, do you respect Donald Trump as a people because he's saying the Mexicans need to be out of here and no, that shit ain't. Even though it might be looked at like, yeah, that might be more job opportunities for.
But that sounds like to me again. That's why I actually the respect versus appreciation, because you can appreciate it no matter what because you're out of jail.
Yeah.
But if you're do you respect?
I guess I don't respect that.
You're also respecting him using you as a pawn.
No, I get what you're saying.
He only freed your ass to get the black vote. Do you respect that?
No.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's the thought process.
I get it then. So you're right, but I still think there's a little bit of respect in there, though.
Right. I'm not mad at that.
But I get what you're saying, and I'm not respecting the reasoning behind it. I wouldn't respect.
And
that.
we got here from fucking Drake and Kendrick, saying that you should because you said that you should respect.
Because I feel like
that puts you on or whatever.
I feel like that should go a long way, bro. Like if I was somebody that was,
but you're also, bro. It's also like it's the AI and fucking Michael Jordan shit. Like you can't yes, you respect obviously AI respected Michael Jordan, but you still gotta compete with the nigga. Like it doesn't matter if he puts you on or put you in a good. He didn't even put him on like that.
No, you do.
He brought him on tour. He didn't put him on. Dr. Dre put him on.
You do. I get what you're saying, but I'm just meaning from the stance of like you did that mural or whatever for Tay. That's gonna sit somewhere with you forever, and it's gonna sit somewhere different.
I didn't love the or whatever.
I'm not. I don't mean it like that. I just mean it in the sense of like. We're attached from many different reasons and ways. But if you just knew Tay as you're from Kingston, he's from Kingston, and you knew him, you still would have respected the gesture because of the person that he is. But
no, I would have turned it down if I knew the nigga was a racist and did half of the shit that Donald Trump has done.
Okay, I understand that, but then that's still looking at it a different way. You wasn't.
And even if we bring it to Drake and Kendrick,
so Kodak, you're staying in jail.
So Kodak, no,
If you're Kodak, are you staying in jail? So that's what I'm saying.
But that's you can
yeah,
accept
but you're
something.
giving the context. What if you don't notate that? What if you don't notate that till after?
You can accept something. You can accept Kodak being in jail is not the same thing as me doing a mural job. But you can accept something. You can accept
without
getting
respect.
Fuck yeah, nigga. What? If I'm in jail, nigga, if I'm in jail, I'm in prison or whatever, and Donald Trump gets me out of jail or prison, yes, I'm getting out the fuck out of prison. Do I respect Donald Trump? No, the nigga did it to, especially he did it to get votes. It's not even like he did it like right now he's the president. He don't gotta do shit for black people.
There's different levels of respect. Like you won't even respect the fact that.
No, again, that's why I said there's a respect and there's appreciation.
Like, bro, there's how many black people is locked up, bro? Like you didn't have to do that. You didn't have.
Okay, how many black people are locked up that are as big as Kodak Black?
There's still a percentage that you didn't have to.
How many? I'm asking you this question.
There's still a
how many
percentage
how many black people are locked up that are as big as Kodak Black? Give me some.
There's at least 10, 15 to 20.
Give me 5.
World.
Give me 5 then.
I don't know.
Oh, then don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm just saying, like, if
there's R. Kelly, there's Tory Lanez.
You could do that.
That's all I can name. There's R. Kelly, there's Tory Lanez. And if you let R. Kelly out of jail, you're probably gonna go down with him. You let Tory Lanez out of jail right now.
But the black vote, there's other ways to do that though.
And he did it. And you said that he was down in Carolina and shit like that.
There's Larry Hoover. There's other entities of the black vote, bro.
He did.
Like you could do gangsters. You could do.
As far as
Larry Hoover's not in jail. Larry Hoover's still in jail. He's still.
Oh, okay. I know they politics for him or campaigning for him or whatever.
But that's what I mean by like I'm not just looking at it as artist wise because you could still get that same type of power. If it's somebody that's not
even,
bro.
Kodak Black, I feel like Kodak Black is more known than Larry Hoover. Because a lot of the young generation, dead ass, you're speaking from your generation.
Oh,
I swear to God.
Bro, if Larry Hoover, you know
most people in their 20s don't know Larry Hoover.
You know they cannot let him out of jail.
Okay.
That'll be like we haven't had we got a Malcolm, we had a Martin, they cannot let that man out of jail, bro.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Breakdown.
But that's your ignorance of being
no,
younger.
It's not ignorance.
No, it is because
no, it's not ignorance. I'm not saying
like that's literally the reason why he's not getting out of jail.
I'm not saying he's
like
nobody.
He's borderline on some Nelson Mandela.
I'm not saying he's nobody.
He's so
I'm just
powerful.
I'm just saying that
he'll stop.
I'm saying Kodak Black is more known than Larry Hoover. That's all I'm saying.
But Larry Hoover will stop. He will literally get out and he will stop gang war. Like the same reason.
Okay, I'm not denying that.
The Kodak is not more powerful than.
That's not what I said either. That's what I'm saying. It's not ignorance on my part because I'm not saying what you're saying. You're not listening to what I'm saying. I'm saying that Kodak Black is more known. I'm not saying he's more powerful. I'm not saying that Kodak Black is going to be an activist.
What I'm saying is Trump releasing Larry Hoover gets Trump more votes than Trump releasing Kodak Black. Hands down. That's what I'm saying. And it gets a side of votes that might not ever have voted for Trump. But the fact that you let that man out of jail, you're going to vote for Trump now. Yes, I'm saying that. That's what I'm saying. Not forget the kids and the younger gen. I'm saying if Trump takes that man out of jail, there's them niggas out in Harlem, 125th, all them old school niggas that be outside selling the incense and half of them is voting for Trump if he lets Larry Hoover out of jail,
everyone in Florida is voting for Kodak. Everyone in Florida was like...
Yeah, but I'm just saying...
more people... Kodak Black is not just... His fan base is not just in Florida either.
I'm telling you for a fact, he gets more black vote from releasing Larry Hoover than Kodak Black.
No, it matter. Nigga's president again, second term, so it don't even matter. He trying to say like niggas can do a third term,
he's trying to change it up. He's
He's wilding.
If he does, we might got to get out of here. Where are you going?
Nah, I'm not going nowhere. I mean, honestly, it depends on how my success goes.
I'm not going nowhere.
It just depends on how things go. I can never tell. Niggas ask me
have you ever did anything on that Thailand? Have you seen that lately? All of them, like black people too, are moving to Thailand and they're doing like little memes of why it's better than America. And the only reason I'm saying that to you is because everybody I've seen so far has been like black, like street chain, like probably sold drugs in America.
You gotta send me a link.
I got you.
Shit. We didn't talk about Trump for a minute there, because that was off of Drake versus Kendrick, which was also a subtopic. And then we went to Trump. I don't even know how that worked out, but I don't even.
It was the respect factor.
Shit, whatever. All right, Kanye West versus Kendrick Lamar. The only reason that this is a topic because Kanye is back at it again with his crazy ass tweets, saying that, oh my god. All right, Playboi. Let me just say this: Playboi Carti's music, I Am Music, earned over 139 million first day streams on the global Spotify chart. That's crazy.
It is.
That's crazy. But as far as Ye is considered, he said niggas can't be the king until they take down the king. But
So you saying he's the king?
on top of that, he said I don't like Kendrick Lamar's music.
Yo, he's nuts.
He raps very good, but I didn't need to hear him on Carti's album.
It's a clout chase.
Punch from TDE said, "Hey, what's up with this Kanye
It's
West
a clout
guy?"
chase. It's a clout chase, bro.
Is
Is Kanye
so break it
on
down.
Carti? Is Kanye on that?
Nah.
Wasn't Carti on Kanye?
Yeah.
See, that's hate then.
But
Kanye's like the master hater, I feel like.
Ye, Kanye also said we were working on a project called Carti Ye.
Yeah, it's
That's
hate.
kind of tough.
It's
That's
hate.
kind of tough.
But it's hate.
Nigga, that's tough.
It's hate.
And it would have been ass, but that would have.
Yeah.
He
But
said,
you can't. Kanye is not.
Kanye also said, "I'm sorry that this won't happen now."
Yeah, because Carti probably didn't agree to one song at a 30
From
level.
Carti's actual twin. Talking about him.
Oh,
Yeah.
and he said that before though.
Oh, who?
Kanye.
Said
Yeah.
that
Kanye
Carti's
has
twin?
said he was Carti's twin before.
Like on a song.
I don't know if it was on the song or if he said that. Because Kanye was on some Carti shit. I wonder if Kendrick is...
What?
Kendrick might be good.
thing.
Kendrick might be ready to punch Kanye out too.
At this point,
it sounded like he's...
not Kendrick, but Kanye. Kanye's asking for it, but
it sounds
but
like
Kendrick-
it could sound like Kendrick's on that way too.
if you pay attention to Kendrick music though, as far as what I've heard, Kendrick is always bigging up Kanye. Kendrick is saying
He always
Kanye
bigged up Drake, too,
2024.
bro. He bigged up Drake too. I don't want to hear.
No, I'm talking about in the music. I'm not talking about
Oh,
he never
okay.
he never bigged up Drake in the music. He bigged up Drake for shouting him out for bringing him on tour or whatever. But in the music, nigga, he was on 20. It was 2013 on the BET cipher. He dissed Drake on the BET cipher.
He did.
Tucked the sensitive rapper back in his pajama clothes. Nothing was the same. Oh my god! And then on the control verse, shouting him out like he's one of the niggas like anyone can get it or whatever. So it's like this has been a long time coming. As far as Kanye is considered, he's bigged up Kanye repeatedly or whatever. He said that he mentioned the Larry Hoover joint where he said that Kanye on Mr. Morale's album, he said that Kanye and Drake he would never saw it coming or whatever. Kanye must be more mature than him or whatever.
I don't even think this is that deep. I just think this is Kanye attacking somebody that's the hottest right now. That's all I really think it is. And I feel like Kendrick is smart enough to either set it up to where it's like, I could take this and go this way and get on your ass, or I could just leave it alone, but I'm going to set it up. Because it's even, to me, now that you say it like that, I feel like it's on both sides.
I want to say, I will say that,
like, chill out.
I will say that Kendrick is mad unpredictable, so I want to say that Kendrick has too much respect for Kanye and knows that Kanye's not even equipped to come at Kanye like in a rap beef or whatever.
But didn't them sentiments he put with Wayne, was any of them on Wayne specifically, or was it more to the people that was talking for Wayne?
You talking about his lyrics?
No, Kendrick, when that whole Wayne shit was going on.
You talking about his lyrics?
Yeah,
like,
was
bar.
he speaking directly to Wayne?
The only
ever?
real bar that he said for Kendrick for Wayne was, honestly, they said that his GNX album is inspired by Carter 2.
Yeah.
But he said that used to wear his rolly chain proud. The irony, I think my hard work let Lil Wayne down or whatever, because like you know what I mean, because he got selected for the Super Bowl.
But he was kind of shitting on people in one of them songs too.
From GNX?
Like, I don't know if it was. It had
album?
to be GNX. Yeah, it might have been in that song, that same song. But then he must have been talking to the people.
I think that he was just speaking like. Yeah, I think that he was just he got selected for a Super Bowl in New Orleans or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then didn't get left for nobody except for like Nas, and then the Lil Wayne down joint or whatever. The only times I've heard of him speak on Lil Wayne like recently is that joint, and then Not Like Us he brings up Lil Wayne with like the Drake tat or whatever. But yeah, I think that Wayne and unless Wayne would have to get. I want to say Wayne would have to get into his bag and like, but I don't think Wayne or Kanye are equipped to go after Kendrick. How do you feel about that?
No, I don't think neither. I think Wayne is too far gone.
Yeah,
even
facts, and that's an honest take.
Even if
I cut you off to say that because Sims was on here saying that Wayne's better than he was in his prime. Like,
yeah, but even if Wayne said some hot shit, the way music is now, you borderline have to argue it with people for them to really just be like, that's hot, if that makes sense. Like before, I feel like Wayne could just say shit and you would say like, Wayne, yeah, you're right. But that kind of music is kind of advanced a little more. So I feel like his A Milli, like the A Milli, like he couldn't do A Milli tomorrow. I feel like and niggas will ride that.
But that also wasn't at nobody. Like not like us was at Drake and niggas didn't have to argue that. That shit was unanimous. Like that shit is crazy.
No, but I'm saying the way Wayne raps in general.
Okay.
I don't think. Like, I think his fans are his fans, but even some of them don't realize they still like Wayne from that Wayne, not this Wayne type of thing. And I hate it because this Wayne isn't bad. This Wayne just isn't Wayne.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
Different.
Yes, that's what I mean. So it sucks because I don't think either one of them can handle him anyway. I think it would be a waste of time. I think if he knows did anything with Kanye, you could probably throw a couple jabs at him in a song. Right. And because Kanye will diss you and then say something good about you 2 years later in a song or something.
Right. That's what he's doing with Drake now.
Like
Drake, he's all over Drake. Yeah. Like it's weird. It's very weird behavior. But I think he also got like quote unquote mental health problems or whatever the case may be is. But I think that for those two reasons, like Kendrick respects Kanye, or definitely what he's done for the culture, and also it's like not even like it would be like fighting like against like your brother or whatever. Like how dumb would that look? Like Kanye and Kendrick, unless Kendrick put out a dope diss track, which he's not. You can't really do.
I think that most of the people would look at that as a clout chase for Kendrick.
And that's what Charlamagne the God said. Like,
because they'll be like, bro, he's not even there with you right now. Like, it wouldn't even make sense in no way, shape, or form.
Right.
So.
Charlamagne said that Kanye is envious because Kendrick took down Drake. He killed his enemy, and Kanye couldn't or whatever. That's so it's just like, and also like I don't know why Kanye's like that, but I think Kanye likes the attention. Whether it's swastika, having his wife butt ass naked, taking the shit from Taylor Swift. Yeah.
Some of them Drake lyrics is gonna live on too, and it's like he borderline was playing with your family and shit too. So from Kanye's side of it, it's like damn, like. He did this to me, and then I just watch you just dismantle him. But I don't know. Kanye would have probably been. And then it sucks because you made the Not Like Us.
But then join Kendrick.
Yeah, you made the Not Like Us remix.
Who?
Kanye got on the or like that, Not Like Us, like that but Kanye.
Did he?
Well, I'm not gonna say he made it, but there was a like that.
There was there?
Bro, you never heard the Like That remix?
Did you hear some AI shit?
Bro, you never heard it. It wasn't AI. He came out with it with Buddy, Justin LeBoy on live in the interview. You never heard the Like That remix when he put the church hymns in the back of it? I think he did it solely on his own though. Okay. Future had another verse actually. Bro, you never heard it like that? I'm gonna send it to you. All right. Yo. Yeah, it was actually all right, but the production of it was all right. Okay. Because it's the same beat, and he got that like the choir in the back of it.
I'm not mad at that.
With the hymns.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that might be enough on Kanye versus Kendrick. Somebody said I can't believe Kendrick and Carti are on multiple songs. Generational Flames. How you feel with that? Just real quick.
No, that's tough. It's going to be tough for Carti. Carti's going to go down like that, too. Like, when it's all said and done. Because, like you said, the first song he came out with was, like, way over here. And, you probably did a couple features with those kind of rappers in the beginning, too.
And Kendrick can dumb it down.
To be all the way over here now with Future, Drake, and all those kinds of people. That, I think that's kind of hard.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. I respect it. All right, so next thing is... Kendrick versus... No, not Kendrick. There's too many K's. Kanye versus Kim K. Apparently, let's get to this.
They still beefing?
Apparently, Kanye West posts song with Diddy and Christian Combs featuring Northwest, despite Kim Kardashian's disapproval.
That's foul.
What do you make of that? What do you make?
That's foul. That's at the very least something that two parents got to decide on.
But here's the kicker. The kicker is, this is from the desk of Ye. The first screen grab shows that I'm not playing, and it's a screenshot of him and Kim Kardashian's text messages. He says, "I'm never speaking to you again." And then Kim Kardashian says, "I asked you at the time if I can trademark her name. You said yes. When she's 18, it goes to her. So stop. I sent paperwork over so she wouldn't be in the Diddy song to protect her. One person has to trademark her. We agreed when they were born I would get all of our kids' names and trademarks so no one else would take them." Kanye responded, "Amend it or I'm going to war, and neither of us will recover from the public fallout. You're going to have to kill me." That is from the desk of Ye.
That shit is just too deep for me, man. It's just too deep.
Yo, I'm just laughing at the fact that we've been all over the place all day. Like we've been like here, there, and everywhere. Niggas been talking about the not really the universe, but like different shit. But go ahead.
And I know it's probably levels to it, but I just feel like
talk to me.
You got to put your feelings aside, and that just needs to be two parents looking for the best situation for their kid. I don't think that she should have been on that Diddy thing, especially if one or the other disagree.
Right, especially what's going on with Diddy right now.
The trademark thing, I don't think I would be as offended by. And if I was, that's something that you could more take to court and get it fixed up so it looks right for your daughter's sake. Mm-hmm. But then if you're offended even more, then the question has to be why.
Well, it's less because
what would be the more?
I don't think that he wanted.
Because you're getting the money now because you're the one that trademarked her.
I don't think that. I don't know if I mean, maybe Kanye had a problem. Like obviously now that North is doing what she's doing, it's not like he's talking about the other kids. Mm-hmm. It's not like he's trying to put the track on with the other kids or whatever. So maybe it's because North is the most popular out of the kids or whatever. But
I think when she did that Kai Cenat thing, if it wasn't before that, and I don't know if there was more things before that, but I think if that wasn't where it was then, that's when they should have both sat down because that gave you enough to
But they
know,
did
like,
that. They did that when she was born.
Yeah.
What Kim Kardashian said.
Yeah. So he's trying to. So that argument is him arguing from something they agreed on when she was born.
As far as the text message says,
so then he needs
the text message says, "I asked you at the time." I don't know what at time is.
What time?
I asked you at the time if I can trademark her name, and you said you said yes. When she's 18, it goes to her. So stop. I sent paperwork over so she wouldn't be in the Diddy song to protect her or whatever. And like that from a parent standpoint, not mom, not dad, but from a parent standpoint, if Diddy's in jail over some crazy shit. Mm-hmm. It's just like you're doing your wild shit, like the swastika shit.
It could literally hurt.
Sean John shit.
You shouldn't put somebody of that age.
That
shouldn't be what you're connecting them to yet.
Right.
Even if he freaking beats all of this, and he's found not guilty, you shouldn't connect the child to that.
Do you think that if he were to beat it, then after the fact it would be different?
I still wouldn't be. I think it's subjective.
I think it would be different.
For conversation.
Right.
But personally, I still wouldn't.
Right.
I don't think you really should connect kids to that.
I think it goes on to what you were saying. Hey, I've been accused of being a cloud chaser, so I don't really accuse other people of being cloud chasers. But I feel like it goes on to what you were saying as far as calling him a cloud chaser when it came to Kanye. This is another way of cloud chasers, but it's unfortunately manipulating and using his daughter. I feel
like he's gone so hard in these situations, and not saying that I disagree with him. I just don't understand why hasn't he fought that one big good fight then yet?
What big?
Like as far as like parenting and Kim's doing this and her mom's doing that. And like, why hasn't he just said, fuck it, and put it all on Front Street by like taking them to court and saying everything that, like he's done it in spurts, but then he would stop and then he would stop. So then to me that, I'm not saying that it's the truth, but it would question your like, what are you trying to get done here? Are you really trying to be a dad? Because you know, some people like some of us got different struggles where it's like,
I thought they did have something like
we fight the good fight and we kind of like, can't win it or certain cases, and we still get looked at like, oh, you're just doing that for spite, or you're doing that for, and it's not like the good dad title. I feel like if on his level, he kind of should have been in court from then until now, if this is where they're at with it. Like you should be trying to get everything set up with your kids, because I feel like as it happens periodically, it's just gonna make your kids like they get to see this.
Right.
You know, at different ages, they get to see it at 7. Then they get to see it again at 15. Then they get to, you know what I mean? So it's like, get to a solution at least, so that if they, you know, they feel like, oh, Dad, you should have never did this. At least they could get to all right, well, now it makes sense. I don't agree with some of it, but this was the solution of why you did.
My stance is I was done with Kanye when he put on the MAGA hat.
Yeah.
But then when he put on the MAGA hat, and
I
now
said that slave thing, I was done with him.
The slave thing, and now he's out here wearing swastika joints and whatnot. So it's just like, I already know he's not coming from, again, go back to this full circle joint. You can do whatever you want as long as you're not hurting people or moving with good intention. You're clearly not moving with good intention. Yeah. You clearly don't care about who this hurts. You know what I mean? So it's like,
it's a fact.
I swat like the Make America Great Again. That's clear in itself. The slavery being a choice, clear and safe. So between you and I, the guy we were talking about before, also feels slavery was a choice, but we don't keep moving. But with the swastika joint, like again, it's not even just black people. You now that's like crazy offensive and crazy hurtful, crazy traumatic to Jewish people and whatnot. So it's like when you're doing all that and you're doing it like thinking that you're not doing anything wrong, you clearly have a mental illness. And like it's been the conversation with I feel like J. Cole has brought it up, different people, Charlamagne the God has brought it up, fucking Drake has brought it up, different things of that nature. So it's like I'm not surprised by nothing that Kanye does. As far as when it comes to his children or himself or his wife, he pulled up to the Grammy with his wife butt ass naked or whatever. Only thing I'm surprised of is when Kanye still stand beside him. Like, yo, is there nothing that he can do?
Wrong, yeah. You find any reason to
like,
make it make sense.
But it's like what you said. You said that you separated, you kind of separated or whatever. But it's like at a certain point, it's like you kind of can't separate it, or you're endorsing, you're supporting fuck shit.
Yeah, you're
but,
right.
That's just my stance. Like,
and your actions show that you'll dial back and then go back and then dial back. So it's not even like you're just erratic. No, you're like erratic. Then you'll show us like, oh, no, he still has some regular Kanye in him. Then you erratic. So it's like, bro, what are you doing?
But even the when he like say he fucks with Drake, one day and that's erratic.
Yeah.
I think that he doesn't exude. I haven't heard nothing or anything like what he was in 2005 or whatever. Like that, like the graduation days, late registration, the dropout days, or whatever it could be. So it's like that shows me that is, even Cole said it, like that's something that you can't not even replicate, but you definitely can't surpass. And even we're talking to you, like even as clearly as a person, you want to go overboard no matter what direction it is, whether it's supporting Diddy when he's like literally not even just what he's accused of, but what we've seen that he's being the shit out of Cassie. Mm-hmm. So right after that, you're supporting Diddy, you're putting Sean John with Yeezy, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, you're only doing it because nobody else is doing it. You know what it's going to attract. You're putting your child who is clearly a successful child star.
You crossed the line. Now you way across the street when you add your daughter to it.
Right. So you do the swastika shit. Like it's like you coming at Kendrick because he's clearly having the most successful year out of all rappers, and he killed your guy that was your enemy, Drake. And now you're saying that you love Drake or whatever.
I think Kanye's biggest problem is his mom passing. I feel like that was his like, boy, you better cut that shit out person. And I mean, to an extent, and I feel like slowly
I get what
it
you're
just
saying.
drastically got worse and worse and worse and worse for him. Because I feel like in that documentary, like, he really had something with his mom. Like, I feel like every time she went there, it just was like calming for him. So I just feel like he let that junk get way too
Perhaps
far.
I feel like that's a mixture, and again, it mixes with. I feel like there was somebody we were talking about earlier that was like with the fame and fortune or whatever that like that corrupts you. That can corrupt you. Like if you like, not everyone can handle that. Like he not only would become
His path was hard too.
He not only became a millionaire, but he became a billionaire.
Yeah, exactly. And but then imagine being like successful first without the fame. Like, but you wanted the fame. Now you getting the fame more. And it's like, that's what it seems like to me. It's like you're still thirsty for the fame.
Right.
But is it because of you not getting the fame right out the gate? Like, people had to say, yo, Kanye West made that beat. Or, you know what I mean? Like, Hov was just getting the fame. Or Beanie Siegel was just, you know what I mean? Certain people that was on the song versus you the one that made the beat. Oh, and your verse ain't that bad either. I think he kind of just... I think that has always bothered him, and he just let that junk just get worse and worse and worse.
Right.
And I don't know if it is. I want to say it's mental, but I feel like I feel like it could be like self-inflicted in a way of like you going and finding certain drugs, and certain people are telling you certain drugs, and drugs I mean as far as pharmaceutical, not even just go take shrooms because it'll give you a trip or whatever. Like you're around certain people, and
He said he had an
like
opium
for
addiction.
an example, it might be the Chinese lady that does the designing, and she, you know, they got a whole different. So she might feel like you need to get this and this and this and take that, but it might do some weird shit to you, and then you're taking that, and then you're listening to this person, you're doing that. And I think his world is just kind of like making him act like this, and I don't think there's any good around him anymore as far as like to get him away from that way. Like same thing, it's kind of like yes men is probably what's around him.
I get what you're saying, but he's also pushed them away. Like, cause I feel like there was a time where like Dave Chappelle like either came out to like Wyoming, like not, I don't know if it's Wyoming.
Yeah, that was where he was.
Well, okay, where the fuck he was at, Wyoming or whatever. And like did that. Like,
right,
probably,
a couple
like,
people was
like people was showing up for him, but then
right.
you also push them aside when you have your fucking your
outlandish
bug
stuff.
outs.
No, you're right, because they can't stand with it after you get to a certain point.
I think he said some shit about Partisan Fontaine, like, and then Partisan Fontaine wanted to piece shit up, but like I don't think that ever happened or whatever. But Partisan Fontaine also wrote from with that Wyoming album or whatever.
And I didn't love Donda, but I think he was supposed to go somewhere with that whole makeup, like you staying in the Falcons arena and do like he got mad money off it. I'm not saying that he didn't, but I feel like that was enough to really, if you needed to do a reinvent yourself, that was the time that he was supposed to do it.
Right.
And it was hard because it was like Donda and God, and so you wanted to think like, all right, that's his mom's name, and so this might be the change. So for him to be here now after all of that is kind of, people are kind of probably like, man.
But you see, him and Kanye was tight as whatever, but like they completely separate like over the last 10 years type shit. You're never gonna get a Watch the Throne 2. You're never gonna like get what you got from, even they was both on DJ Khaled's album what that God did, but they wasn't on the same song.
No, you're right.
You know what I mean? So it's like it is what it is. I feel like his crazy ass tweets has came at Hov or whatever.
No, yes, Beyonce, all of them.
Exactly. So it makes sense. So like hopefully, I don't know. I feel like for years it's been said. Hopefully,
they should have chastised him for that Taylor Swift shit. Jay-Z and them was supposed to chastise him more. I feel like
they probably did.
That would have saved them.
They probably did behind closed doors, like, yo, bro, what are you doing type shit. Especially when you milk it every year. Every year you milk it. So bro, it's just like so at a certain point you gotta like, you know what? You're not getting it. I gotta separate myself because you're bad for business.
No, you're right.
Type shit.
You're right.
But yo, we had hella topics. We got through all them shits, and it's gonna make for hella clips and whatnot. So, anything else you want to say to the people? I know last time I said that when you was here, Cell went crazy. So it's
Nah, I mean, for you, like I said to you before that, I salute you for everything that you're doing and staying on your path, in your lane. regardless of the scrutiny, of the jabs, of whatever it is. I think everybody, especially in our little town, has to learn how to get more comfortable with just being themselves and being okay with that. Like, you'll have your crowd. You may have some people that don't agree with what it is, but I just think for all in all, like Kingston as a whole, it just makes better for, I always go to the kids first, for the kids coming up to see like a Jelani confident doing what he does over here, and a Jesse confident doing what he does over here, and a Tay Fisher, like the different people that are cool with being themselves because everybody's not the same. So I just respect like you not being afraid, I guess would be the word, and taking every chance and being confident in yourself and knowing that yourself is enough. And I think that that should be the message for the people that are new, maybe coming to watch you. Just give it a shot, listen, see where it goes from there, because I just think it's wholesome to have arguments or debates with people that you know are being true to themselves. You know, it's hard when it's like, bro, you're being fake. Like, I don't even want to have that argument or that debate with you.
Right.
But when
But
you're
you can
doing
also,
it with
but you can
somebody-
also expose that. So it's like if someone's being fake, like, wait a minute,
yes,
that don't make
bring
sense.
Up a time. You
or
said
like
this.
Yeah. So it's one
Yeah.
of those type of times or whatnot. So it's like, I don't know. I think I'm excited for what the year holds, honestly, and what the future holds after this year and whatnot, because like different murals are being painted and hopefully get to connect with kids and whatnot. So it's like that with the podcast, with the hoodies are coming through April 6th. Shout out to them and whatnot. So it's like the podcast is going to continue to grow and whatnot. And
we got to get you at George Washington, man. They were supposed to make a mural for Tay a couple years ago.
Don't say that. Yo, don't say that, because I was just talking about a mural for Tay.
We're going to have to see what
Don't
happens.
say that.
No, I'm going to get back in the works, because that was supposed to happen before Mr. Tom left.
You know what's funny? You know what's
and
funny?
then he left, and it
you know
kind of
what's
just
funny?
went away.
The mural, the principal of George Washington is my old principal.
Yeah.
But she fumbled the bag. Like
Yeah.
she fumbled it. So like now it's gonna cycle back. I'll do it again next year or whatever. But she waited too long to miss the deadline or whatever. But she could potentially do it. And if she wants to do another thing, like we can figure it out. It's a possible thing.
Let's see.
That would be crazy. Because between you and I'm talking to a couple of these schools. I'm like, yo, a Tay Fisher mural sounds better than what y'all got.
Yes.
With the idea y'all got, but I'm not gonna say no names. But that's mad funny that you say that. So it would just, we're gonna see with the new school year, the next school year.
Yeah.
Because like again,
Where are you at right now? What school?
I'm doing Meyer.
Okay.
After Meyer, I'm doing Kingston High School. After Kingston High School, I'm doing.
Where in Kingston High School?
I don't know.
You don't know yet? Okay.
Inside,
outside?
Inside, definitely inside.
Okay.
The only place I'm doing outside is Chambers. I'm doing Chambers out. I went to Chambers, and I obviously went to Kingston High School, but and I'm also doing Miller.
That's tough. I like that.
Yeah. So but next year is, you know how it goes.
You got to see Charlotte.
You know
bro.
how.
Downtown
I'm not
Charlotte.
opposed. I'm not opposed. I don't discriminate.
Downtown. They had like
Mad
10
Mills.
of them.
Yeah.
They
Back
did
to
like
back.
a whole like alleyway, and they was all up there doing it at the same time. And I
I'll
seen
get
it when
there.
it started.
Yeah.
Then I seen it when it was over, and it was different things.
Yeah.
But it looked so good together. It's
Yeah.
tough.
I can't.
I like the way they celebrate.
I can't wait to
them
see.
people.
I can't wait to see how it goes, because like obviously like say like I said, I would never thought I would do a mural for Tay Fisher. I never thought I would do a mural for the schools or whatever. Like I'm doing a mural for a school that I went to, not just Kingston High School, but really Chambers.
Yeah,
Chambers
the
more so.
school
Than
I
Kingston.
went as a little kid. That's tough.
That's tough.
That's
so
hard.
but you know, I was gonna say is, you know how it goes, like. This is the first time I'm doing it. So I went to all this. I proposed it to all the schools.
They got to see it look nice first, and then be like, "Oh, okay."
And it's going.
Yep.
I'm doing my first one right now is Meyer. It's going. I don't know if you saw I think you might have saw the reel or whatever, but it's going. It's
Yeah, I
going
seen
dope.
it. Yeah.
It's going crazy. So it's like it'll it just gotta get done, and then for next year, hopefully all the schools will join the wave.
That's good, man.
Yeah,
That's
so
it. Tag your name wherever that thing
Oh
could
yeah,
be,
gotta
bro.
sign it.
That's
I gotta
tough.
sign it. Gotta get the front page picture with it or
That's
whatever with
tough,
the kids and
yeah,
whatnot. So
yes.
it's like that's all it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, and then again, like when it like, and this is just me building, going on my path, whatever the case may be is. But like when it gets to the place of it's already doing well, whether it's the murals, the podcast, whatever. The graphic, the artwork, or whatever. But when it gets to like a real higher place, I'm always gonna come back. You know what I mean? Because again, and it's unfortunately, and I'll probably say it in an interview or some shit like that, I wouldn't be
without
for good or bad. I wouldn't be me without this place. And I would when the interview comes, I'm gonna give it up, like how it's good and how it's bad. But it still made me out how I am.
No, that's and that's back to what I said. That's a part of being true, bro. And being able to take whatever comes with your truth. That's the way the world should be more often, man.
And hopefully again, someone will Kai Cenat.
Yeah.
Kai Cenat not thinking wasn't thinking or doesn't now he probably does think that someone will be inspired by him or whatever. But you know how many people fucking Kai Cenat inspires? Yeah. Kai Cenat inspires fucking me. Let alone the next generation or whatever. So it's like you just gotta keep moving, keep pushing, keep working, and keep consistent. And if again, back to the first Captain America topic or whatever. If something's not working, if it's not hitting, if you're not getting the views or the numbers or whatever you want or whatever, the algorithm, whatever, that means you
got to Kevin Hart it. You're not doing enough.
You're not doing enough. You might be doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Either you're not doing something,
or
you're not
you're
doing
just
enough.
in the same one field, right?
Something like but if you're not doing enough, that means you're doing something wrong. So it's like if you're not being consistent enough, you're not posting every day, you're not.
Yeah, you're right because you're
not grinding.
You're right. You're right.
Even with basketball, if you're getting cooked every time on the court,
you're right.
Shit, that means you're not practicing enough.
You practice every day. That jump shot is good, but
exactly. If your shit not sinking, that means you're not practicing.
Then it ain't. Yeah, you're right. It'll fall off. No, you're right.
So I just can't. Nigga, we only this is only episode 41. So I take dope, even though I feel how I feel about the podcast, like being like different things. I feel like it's the easiest thing I do. I take pride in that. It's only at episode 41. Like some people have episode 400 or episode 1,000. Like not even that episode 1,000, but like you know what I mean, hundreds of episodes, and they have gained super success. So like. I'm looking forward to episode 100. I'm looking forward to episode, all those different joints or whatever. I'm looking forward to the setup being crazy different and whatnot.
More people, panel,
so it's just like, specials, and it's just fun, and it's a conversation. We get to link up, and it's good vibes every time. It's never a bad. The only time it's a bad vibe is like the community rebelling or not rebelling or like feeling a way about it, feeling negative about it, but
we got to get off of that. We got to, if it's not necessarily disrespect, we got to get off of it being disrespectful because somebody said something that I didn't agree with.
Yeah, I mean,
hey, if it's not disrespect is disrespect, right?
Right.
There's no, you know,
I get it. But I think over time it's unfortunate that it has to go this way, but I think over time it's gonna shift.
No, it is. And
it's funny because like y'all said it about so and so, they didn't fuck with so and so until so and so got on. So now you're not gonna fuck with so and so until so and so gets on. And so like, all right, we'll play the game, but like y'all are repeating patterns rather than y'all can be embracing what's going on because it has so much potential.
Yes.
But hey, man, it's a part of the story. It's part of the adversity. It's part of everything. Same thing that Tay went through. Same thing that you go through. Same thing that everyone goes through. So it's like, when people tell me so and so went through that, I'm like,
you're right.
So what?
I got it. Yep.
That's a part of the story. But I appreciate you as always,
no doubt,
coming through for the podcast. No doubt. You leaving here today with a bottle with your name on it, as promised.
Right, it got my name on it too.
Talk about it. Yo, man, the pen didn't hit. I wish I had a marker, but it's ingrained in that bitch.
It's there.
But yeah, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and share. Until next time.